Oh, let me change my background. What's up, chat? What's going on? We gotta change the background. We gotta move up a little bit. I can't be letting people take my backgrounds without repercussions. Welcome to Tuesday night. DoughBoy After Dark. Fucking eyes all itchy. For the first hour, we're gonna do some putzing around. I'm gonna try and go shopping, see if we can add something to the Tish and DoughBoy stable. Likely gonna try and add another Philly. Also, I have my AC on right now because for some reason it got balls ass hot in Philadelphia this week, or just today. Let me know if that's too loud coming through the volume, and I'll shut it off. Get a little chilly here in a minute, so I'll probably shut it off in a couple of minutes. But yeah, for the first hour, it's just gonna be a little bit of what have you. 10 o'clock, the After Dark races should close, and we should be able to take a look at the fields. All right, we got 13 to 16, 9 to 16. All right, so we might have two full fields. That's nice. And then the claimers are both going to pop off tonight, so that's also very nice too. Good. Wow, some actions. Actions is a good. What up, Trot? But yeah, I had some races run earlier. I'm going to check 2 of them out. And then I'm going to do... I don't think I really have much to update on my personal state. It's nothing great. We got a couple A+. What up, F-Dog? Salutations. So yeah, let me look at the races that I've probably lost already. We'll start from there. I think I had a maiden allowance. Hit the gas was all right. So this is an A+ restricted stake. This is a colt that I acquired from the one and only Mr. B, Secretariat Racing. I have the 4 not so hot odds. He is a 2.5 on soft. It's yielding, but it's pouring rain, so make sense of that, please. I don't know. It's not. We'll take a look at it. I think I got it middle of last week, so it was after Tuesday for sure. So I didn't get a chance to go over it, but we'll watch this race and we'll take a look, see, and we'll see what happens. It's a long ass race. So strap in. Also, Trot and F-Dog, you're here. Is my AC coming through the volume at a rapid pace? Is it ignorant? Should I shut it off? Is it bothering people? All right, so we're in the 4-hole. Broke alert. I did win. I think I've had this horse for 4 races. Shit the bet in 2 A+ stakes. One was the middle of the pack and one was just a dog shit finish, but it was also a sprint. I just completely off preference and there wasn't a race, so I figured just see what happens. One was a 60K claimer, 5-horse field, and he won that. So I feel like at worst, this horse is probably going to end up in the 40K claimers. I don't think it's much. Like if he can't, nice, let's go. That's fucking beautiful. If he can't contend in the A+ stakes, he's likely heading for the claiming races, and that's all right. I'll run him. Maybe break even, someone claims, and we'll start over again. That's the beauty of this game. Oh, he stopped like a fucking dog, so that's beautiful. You love to see that, but it's only, we're only a third of the way through the race. It's all right. We'll see what happens from here. Stops like a dog, gains some ground back. Oh, shit. How was everyone's weekend? Anything exciting? Any new purchases? Anything we can take a look at? All right, 3/4 and probably 116 because these are dog shit A+. Yep, 116. Not the dot, but 116 and a half. All right, the herd is coming back. We're moving up the inside. Likely finish middle of the pack. 12 furlongs is where he won the claiming race. So I feel comfortable here. I didn't get a chance to hit the A+ stakes at 12 furlongs yet. I would like to get a super sloppy race for this horse and see what he's really made of. There we go, stop like a dog again. Fucking horse. 3 furlongs left. You gonna get a kick? Nah, cooked. Nice. I did see that. I had GVG was my bet in that race. They ran second. All right, we're kicking again. This is the final push. Come on, get a fucking good break here and just don't stop. Come on. Get it for second. Fuck this 8. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Get out of my fucking way. Ugh. That's all right. That's a good third. That's not terrible. That's better than I thought. It's better than I thought. All right. So we might be at 11-12, and we're not going anywhere under 11 and 12. So we got a win today. We got a third today. We got a dog shit out of the S-, which is put him in over his head. So, well, actually, he wasn't in over his head. Just, it's a bad fifth. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, it's the distance horses have been weird with that. Also, can go back to that. Congrats on the finish. What up, Sowers?
What's up? What are we doing, man?
Oh, doing a little daily recap of the races I missed from the stable. What's up with you? Good weekend? Good gambling weekend?
Well, it was my birthday. My dad came in. We went to Topgolf with a bunch of my friends. Gambling? No, it was just updating my DFS spreadsheet. Looks like we're down 20K so far on the season.
You're hardcore in DFS, huh?
I love it. Yeah, dude. I don't think I'm plus EV, even though I've won a lot of things. I mean, I've won a DraftKings Golf World Championship. I've won a Millie Maker.
Are you in Rainmaker as well, or are you just strictly DFS?
Yeah, just DFS. I screwed around with the Rainmaker just a touch, like the free pack and all that, but I quickly realized I was going to be in too deep if I get started.
Yeah. I was doing okay in Rainmaker, and then Pennsylvania got no-sirred, and we got banned, so I got stuck with a binder full of worthless cardboard, essentially.
You didn't drive to the border and just list them all for sale or anything?
I did. I mean, I extracted as much as I possibly could. I'm probably up from just Rainmaker packs in general.
Yeah,
but
the first season, they kind of juiced everything to where it was really profitable, right? Or at least offset a lot of the risk.
Yeah, let me see. I gotta get someone to post me live in Discord. Since
you're like a JPEG.
Am I glittering?
Yeah.
Because I have the page up. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I have the when you have the StreamYard page up, it does that like feedback thing. Pardon me. So when I have StreamYard open, I have to have the page that I'm sharing in a separate window. But I have to look at I have to figure this out. I need a second monitor is what I need. But
you gotta have a second monitor.
Yeah, I don't have the piece in the back for the second part. I only have a connection for one monitor, and I'm not
a laptop or what?
No, I'm on desktop, but I do have a laptop. I don't know if that'll do anything.
I might have a graphics card. I don't know if I sold them all.
That was my next. Yeah, I have one on. I don't want to say layaway, but I have one geared up. But I have to buy this fucking washing machine before I buy anything else. Got value out of it, man. We've been here like 13 years, and it's been here since we moved in, so I'm not gonna complain.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's a fucking Kenmore too. It's one of them like $600 ones. I see all these fancy like multiple $1,000 like washer dryer combo sets, and I'm like,
oh, you want to know how to get one? Kind of cheap. There's like, cause we flipped a bunch of houses and stuff, or at least my mom did growing up, but you can go to these salvage yards that will have kind of dinged up dishwashers and stuff, and you can get a good deal.
Yeah. Like our dryer was the same thing. We moved in and the dryer was here. And one of the mechanisms that keeps the flame lit, because we have gas, that keeps the flame lit went out, and like went on Google or on YouTube and found out how to replace it. The piece costs like $8 and we're back in business. Let's go.
My brothers are good at that stuff, but I'm the worst at it.
Listen, being Mexican doesn't help. I'm good at a lot of things when it comes to being handy, you know?
That makes sense.
Makes perfect
sense.
But
yeah, I figured I'd hop in here for like an hour. So I did this another help video, I guess, with Lino today. That was kind of, we probably did 3 or 4 hours of content by now.
It's good. Yeah, I'm no good at doing like that the how-to videos. Other people do that stuff. But it's, we got a slight influx. It seems like every few weeks we're getting more and more users. Not all of the 10 and 360 variety, but it's still nice to get the small guys in because, if you don't have small guys, then you just have a bunch of big guys trading money back and forth. It's not really fun. It's not really a good game. But there's been a lot of tables signing up.
Yeah, it's been impressive just to see just the variety and, like you said, the different users. Obviously, you have some of the super big guys coming in buying stuff, but you also have guys like Mario Jane Racing buying stuff, which is always fun.
Yeah, I know who that is too. It's crazy. That person is the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life, and I tell him on a daily basis. He might be coming up later. I told him, he's like, should I come up for a little bit? I was like, yeah, come up so that way I can fucking berate you with terrible words for just spewing money.
You can't give them the mistreatment, man. Everyone's gonna make some mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. It's just part of learning.
It's easier to say it from your side of the stream, but I've dealt with him in Zed, and I know what he is already. So it was inevitable. Yeah. This was going to happen. This was going to happen. It was just when and how bad.
Everything will pay off.
I'm all about people learning from the mistakes. Goddamn, Mercury is a dog shit stud.
Come on, really?
God, this horse did not pick its fucking feet up.
Oh, you know what? Actually, my first Mercury one is racing now too, and it's not doing too hot. I think, Quicksilver, because Tadita's first foal just raked. Interesting. Yeah.
Not too hot, like.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough to win though. You're gonna have to get the preferences up one more time. Did it turn Philly at least?
No, it's not. It's cheap mail. It's gonna go in 20K claimer. Someone else can have it and have the headache. Like that. I mean, listen. I paid peanuts for it, and that was the compromise. I paid $6,400. I said this horse can run in a 10K claimer, and someone can have him. Like, I'm fine with that. Let someone else have it.
Yeah, you got the ultimate free roll deal on there.
But I might just stop racing it and see what it does at 3, because maybe the peak age thing is just not good at 2. And the races aren't that tough. It's just shitting the bed.
What's the fleet on it?
The third place it had, it lost to an A and got beat by the better A+. This is a Mr. B concoction. It's just not. I just don't think it's a strong A. I think it's one of those 15K claimer A's. I guess it's gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's an A+. Yeah, I guess you could move to. Oh, I guess you tried 40.
Yeah, the 40 was very, very light. 75 it shit the bed. But I was against
seeing a lot more claimers.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. That was one thing that was lacking last season, but we got it back this season.
I feel like almost all of my horses have coverage over 2 days, but then I'll run into one that might look like they're 4-day out, and I've been trying some stuff, especially with these RDSs. Like tomorrow, I'm trying a little race at RTS.
Yeah, I was just planning out I got off the phone. Well, I got off the call with my friend who we have our S- filly with. Let me see if I can find the thing. Yeah, Quicksilver looks like just a better version of mine. Obviously, the preferences are much better, but it's just running better. So yeah, I think.
Honestly, I thought I could show you the report. The report looks like finish way over, and to me, it looks like it might end up being a sprinter. I don't even know really. I'm gonna have to, but some of these horses, I think it's going to be months before we really figure out. Even on the reveals, I don't know. Like I had a horse that was S plus, then S across the board until S plus temper, and that horse went like 6 and 7. You know, you would think that would be a 4 or 5 horse, but I was actually kind of disappointed on the reveal. I'll just put it in there, but yeah, I think it's going to be really kind of months almost before we figure out some of this stuff, especially with aging and.
Well,
free.
I think I found one example of aging, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna look at it because like it's the horse that I lost last week in the 100K claimer. Mm-hmm. I got 18 races in as a 2-year-old. It was an S colt. We'll look at it real quick. I got the thing that you sent me as well. Let me see.
I think that one of the things, especially like it looks like they can start aging about 2.5 years old, but most of them aren't going to start until like 3 or 3.5, and then they'll be on an up climb. And then I think almost all the horses start going down in age at 5.5. But even with the Gen 0 versus Gen 1, it seems like they're still stronger than me right now, or at least competitive with each other. It doesn't seem like we thought that Gen 1 was going to wreck them. It doesn't seem like that's necessarily true.
No. But yeah, he's out of Ace King, so beautiful start, beautiful speed. His mother, S speed. So I got my sprinter. I knew I had a sprinter. The only thing is RDF is very tough. There's a lot of monsters over there. It's extremely tough.
And Ace King, I remember being a little slow start, but also it seemed like it wasn't always a sprinter. It almost seemed like even Ace King was like okay at 7, 8, 9.
He covers it, yeah, and that's the one thing I liked about him. Oh, I'll look at it because the mare is 4-5. In betas, I could get her to win up to 7 furlongs, but she wanted nothing to do with 6 or 7 furlongs, and I retired her at 3. So as soon as
this should be a really strong racing horse, honestly.
She was. I just didn't want to. Retire at 3 and get the breeding. That was the game plan. That was pretty much everyone's game plan.
Yeah, I considered for 2 months.
I considered letting her go her 4-year-old season, but like when it comes
to that point, it was pretty straightforward. We didn't have a choice.
You're gonna make more money breeding than you will racing. That's just what it's gonna come down to. Like unless you have.
How it was in Zed too, or no?
What's that?
Was that how it was in Zed too, that you mostly made more through the breeding aspects than the racing?
It depends what game you were playing, which one of the 3 games,
Oh, so there was like 3 stages basically.
Yeah, dude.
Like early, mid, and late?
There was one stage where the bloodlines mattered, and you also, the thing with that game is you didn't have to retire to breed. You just didn't have a life. They didn't end. They just kept going and going and going. So like, if you had a good S plus, it was always good, and then they changed the games, and then the S pluses got bad, and then now we're here. We got a better game to play where bloodlines matter more.
I always think it's interesting though, because there's obviously a lot that we can learn from mistakes of other games too,
Well, yeah, it was like that. It was like that for a while where the bloodlines mattered. People were getting premiums for their breeds, and like people like had sniping tools to let them know when the stud entered the market so they could get there and get in and get out.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so bring up the race that it crushed on. What race was that?
Shit, where'd it go here? Yeah, I know something went wrong. All right. But yeah, my example of the aging thing was obviously for RDF S horses, it's gonna be tough, and the only place to really run is in the graded stakes and the S restricted. So like he had a good.
You find those big claimers like tonight or the 150, 200Ks, like really where a horse like this, if you find that's not really crushing, it's like you've got to be bread and butter there almost.
And that's what my thought process was, because his 2 results were not good. I was probably down. And in the end, it broke even, but like I was probably down about $400 for entry fees just from entering the graded races. And then he spiked the grade 3, but the field was very, very poor. All right, I guess this photo finished live.
It didn't exist.
Yeah,
The field
it doesn't
didn't
exist. But like, it was a very light grade 3 field, and dog shit in the S restricted where this horse should win those.
Yeah.
Dog shit. I run him for 100K. No one claims him. He gets second. I say, all right, I can deal with 150 and 200K claimers with this horse, and that's fine. If someone wants to, my thought process was, someone wants to give me 1,200 for this horse right now.
Yeah.
Fucking let's go. That's something else we can do in the stable. We recoup some losses. Like, we get there. I get a nice, and this is towards the end of the season now. So like, the 100K claimer was the last race of the 2-year-old season, I think.
Yeah.
So let me check.
And his fleet figures weren't particularly bad once it got to about 923. That might have actually, if you're thinking aging, that might have been when it started to kick in and start aging.
And that's the last week of the 2-year-old season. So it makes sense. So second in the 100K, second in the restricted, fourth in the restricted, not terrible.
Yeah.
Sixth in I ran him in the 100K claimer, and then he shit the bed. Would have been nice to win, nice to win and get claimed, but he shit the bed here, and I'm like, I fuck this horse. Like, he lost to an A+. Like, whatever.
I think definitely this horse probably has S- temper. Just based on looking at it, it's probably, and it could be even A+ temper. I mean, that's the thing. I don't think I'm having these issues. Let's see. I'm gonna try to pull it up, see if I'm also.
Yeah, I try.
You might have to clear that cache. I know that sometimes I gotta do that.
So then he gets claimed. There was 2 drops for him. So Ted won the claim. Then he runs him in an allowance race. Shits the fucking bed. Runs him in
Pull up that allowance real quick. Pull up that allowance. He was probably carrying 3 extra pounds, which would make him dead anyway. Go up to the top.
He was down 5.
Should be able to overcome it, but one of the things I see here always is like your S- that has a lot of preferences almost offsets that 2 pounds. But if all the preferences are the same, obviously stat outliers are going to be there too, but I was just disregarding that.
So then he puts him in a 3-year-old grade 3. He beats Holiday Bell, which that horse is absurd.
Yeah, the strongest horse. I'm so jealous that
horse is crazy.
What? Yeah, it was stuck, right?
The stat reveal is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, that and Shockwave are going to be pretty nice base.
This makes me dream.
Oh yeah, that's your thing, right? You love the art.
I fucking love art. I love it. So like, beating that horse is nice. So he pops off. He wins a light grade. It's a light grade 3. That's probably not like the toughest. Like, Holiday Bell's probably the toughest horse in this.
And race. Holiday Bell, I think, was more 7, 8, 9. Where was this? Oh yeah. So you kind of called it right before it starts to really speed up.
So he wins here. Cool. And then he runs back in a grade 1 and he wins. Beats White Rhino, a good S+.
Yeah.
GVG's D-Star, also very good. D Nakamoto's dog shit, but like, not terrible. At least there was some studs in this race. Like,
did you go to Gap Data and look at let's see, what is it? You're looking at 5 furlongs.
That was.
Oh, Holiday Bell was the fastest at 5.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to use the Gap Data tool all that well yet.
Okay, I'll help you. Go to, let's see, from here, I go gapdata.racing. Okay, and then it should say, go to Power By. Wow, you're in a different one than me. Maybe here, I'll just put the link in.
Give me the link. That's the easiest.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm here, but this is where I just always go. And
What's
then
up, here? What's up, Mo?
Then I'll go to Right Dirt and look at racing. This is a 3-year-old, right?
Now he's a 3-year-old, yeah. All right. I
wanted to start dancing to this music.
It's nice. I like this music.
Yeah, it's a nice little vibe. I like how it's in the background. That's genius. So What was the name of this horse again?
The Gambler.
The Gambler.
Oh, Kenny Rogers tribute.
Okay, I got it. Yep. Looks like it's top 10 there. Oh, that's with H2s too. Yeah, it looks like at 4 it would be ranked like the 8th, and 5 about the same, maybe a little higher. All right, so what I would do here is I would click on right dirt. Oh, yeah, get rid of the name. I would click right and dirt. And then I would go to the grade and also include S+, because sometimes you're going to be racing against those. Boom.
No, you can't do multiple?
Yeah, you can press control as you press the second one. Yeah, I had to learn that too. I was using it for a while. And then, I would click on the 4 and 5, and you kind of can see where you're. And I do this a lot if I want to know versus my population that I'm racing against. I'll pull them up. Then I'll go to the ranks and see kind of where my horse ranks among all of them. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's the 5th best at 5 furlong right now. And if you think it's aging, getting better, it might get even better. Who knows?
Well, that's good for me. I mean, it's good to know. Like I said, I'm fine with what happened because I think it's going to be hard to recoup that 100K. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But still, like, let someone else have that gamble. I put 18 races on him for science, and he paid for himself because the 18 races and the crown ended up equaling out. So the only thing I really had to cost on was the breeding cost for Ace King, and I'm not really mad at that, you know.
And I mean, no matter what, I've sold horses. We're all going to sell horses that turn out to be better than we thought. I mean, that's just how it goes. And we're going to sell some that we're going to be like, wow, glad we got rid of that one.
And this is the second foal I have. I bred with Zeus. I've only ever bred her between Ace King and Zeus so far. But
I like both of those. I like both of those, especially because 21 really gives you the rest of RDF to work with, you know? Like, it seems to me 21 and 22 are kind of avenues to breed with the rest of, like, what I consider the derby horses in a way.
And then this little filly.
So that's funny that you mentioned that, because I sold a horse for $60K. I lost it in a claimer, and I ended up buying it on the marketplace for $100K. So I paid $500 to get my horse back. And
I thought about doing that.
New information, you know. I claimed another one of Doc's babies today from Ted just a while ago. I was excited. I got my baby back.
I'm trying to put this because her second foal is up there as well, I think. No, she's down here, but that's all right.
And the 2-year-olds, like, one of the things I realized about the 2-year-olds is I just don't. I mean, it matters, but 3-4 weeks data will be a lot more important. I'm really interested to see the aging, because from what I see so far, like in the first wave, if they won right away, they kept winning. And if they didn't win right away, they just didn't win. And so I'm holding even a bunch that weren't that good just to kind of watch over the next month or two, to because I feel like that's the only way we're going to learn, even if it costs money, it costs time, it costs aggravation. I mean, that I have to do that because I have a ton of horses. I think if I was in your spot, I probably would have done the same exact thing you did. Like, let's move on. Let's find another asset, especially if you don't think it's going to have breeding value. I mean,
That's what I had to explain to my homeboy who I have a stable with. I told him, I was like, I don't think we were ever going to use that horse for internal breeding ever, because we only have the one mare, so everything would be inbred. Yeah. And honestly, like I said, I was fine with that. Like at that point, like again, it recouped my race entry. Like even though I had the crown,
it's really gonna have to like luck into one of the races you're about to call tonight, being 5 furlong, perfect weather, and 150, 200K plus getting the variance roll, because the temper probably isn't that great, so you're gonna have to get a good timber roll for that particular race. So yeah, I mean,
and then this filly I was gonna ask you because I talked to him about it. I think we're gonna retire her at 3.
yeah. I mean, it's nice almost when they stay S- because you're probably at the top of the S- chain.
And that's what I told him too. Like, because I ran the breed back again this past month, and we got the same thing, but we got an S filly this time instead of the S-. So that's super juice for us. But yeah, she's off to a good start. I ran her. You know, she won a grade 3 already in a 12-horse field, and she beat some S's. Not terrible. She had a really good burst, and I feel like the heart came through on this one.
Yeah,
because it was nice. Let me see.
You like that pump they get out of the last turn? It's almost like it's coming. Almost like that animation that like kind of jumps and they get that kick.
Yeah. So like she died down in the stretch, and then she just fucking the last furlong kicked the gear and just blew past everyone. So like to me
that little animation there it is.
Later bozos. Like
like out of the last turn, if I don't see that animation out of my horse, I'm like, oh, I'm losing,
Yeah. So like strong finish and a 12-horse field. Just like I feel like she has a good heart rating based off that. But still, I feel like I'm okay. Like she's a filly, you know what I mean. I feel like we can make potential S's. Like she's a 1-star firm, so I can hit her with Night Saturn, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It leaves it open for a little bit, but yeah, I'm really happy with our position, and we just settled up. So now I gotta go shopping for another filly to add to the stable. So I was gonna do.
There was a decent one that just sold. I was looking at it was I think Crush bought it. It was Gen 0, and it had a Warlord baby in it. And Warlord honestly looked okay to me in the breed reports, and it has good stats. It just doesn't have the temper, which I would consider myself a temper maxi. But even me, I like just the upside on the top 3 S- stats. And I think you're kind of seeing this with these 0 match horses. Is that you get some high rolls on some stats, but maybe you lack in temper. I think it doesn't matter whether you have temper lacking or stats lacking. I think it's almost easier to breed temper in than stats, especially when you have upside here. It looks like this person bought it, bred it, and just sold it for basically what they had in it.
Yeah, it didn't. Come on, what is going on here?
I don't know. Mine's working fine though. I'm trying to think about.
There's some people against me at third time. They don't want to hear that, but I'm gonna let them know.
I think it's something like cash, your cache or your
something. Yeah, if the cash isn't going to the right account, I'm not paying the right person. That's what's happening.
It's lacking cash.
But yeah, it was sold. It was sold a couple times. It was sold for one. Yeah, that's a really weird. It was sold for 171 and then sold for 180. With full.
Yeah. People, they might have bought it thinking that they were going to race and then been like, damn, oops, this is already retired or something. I mean, you never know. I've done things where you quick flip or you regret your decision.
Yeah. So Warlord.
You never know too. Like a lot of times, the only other times I've made deals like this is when I needed to raise cash to like do a deal that I was negotiating on or something. So that's always possible. What's that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 breeds taken.
Yeah, with double 101 blood, which no one really thought, but it did have S temper. I mean, it was a pretty good roll across the board. And on the breeding reports, it looked pretty nice too. I think that it was interesting this thing got breeds. I don't think I would breed with it just because I knocked 2 101s out, especially I have a bunch of 22 and 23 blood in my stable already, and I'm kind of focused on trying to get as much external blood to kind of rotate my own horses as possible. But yeah, this swoosh, interesting that they sold this one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a very good. I mean, that seems like a good price for an A plus. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not a great A plus, but like the price for an A plus mare 2 weeks ago was like $135, I think.
Yeah, and worst case, I think you probably spit out like 50, 60K claimer here if it's a colt with Warlord, and then I honestly I'm starting to really love the A plus into the S's as far as breeds. I feel like, especially the ones that have 89 preferences, it's like you get upside to reach. There was an OEB breed that I was looking at, and that's another thing I've been using gap data on. Is like Lisa has the S minus speed, so I went and looked at all the retired girls, and it looks like Elder was the only one to roll at SS minus speed. Well, let's see, blockchain. Well, actually 4. Blockchain, Cyberjaya, Dark Rum, Holiday Bell, all have SS minus speed now. That right there, which I was a little sad on.
You retired a couple, didn't you?
I retired all fillies. I didn't run a single one. I think the only way I would run one is if I had a Derby contender or a right dirt contender, which I did, and I even ran Dakota till like Sunday. She was so good, I wanted to race her every single race. And then I bred her with, I think, Churro. I spent a lot of money this time. It was like 12K in breeding fees, but I'd sold enough horses over like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was like, now's the time.
All right, you get some, you get some back,
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely end up taking some off, but right now, I'm pretty much reinvesting. I think that, this early kind of adopting, especially like even though you're on the 3rd or 4th, 5th, 6th wave of new horses, you're still pretty early compared to how big the population will be like a year from now.
Yeah.
So you only get like a head start, even if you're starting at like even the top of A plus or the a mid to top S minus, you have a pretty big head start on like a lot of horses.
Shitty Apollo.
Yeah, like I think Apollo is going to be sick, and I think I have some alpha that, to me, 99.23 across the board looks like early agers, early pubes, because what I'm seeing, especially with like primetime and churro babies, is although they're great at stats when they reveal, they might not have performed that on track, and I really think they're going to be late agers. I think from like 3 to 7, they're going to dominate because the stats prove they are, as long as they have preferences and stuff. But the 99.23s, that's why I hit Pasture Ass, and I feel like they are really underpricing their colts because they won the Derby. I don't know. I understand you have twins. You kind of get into this undercut battle. But I was going to hit that thing several times for like 10 to 12K Derby, and when they went down to 4K, I just kind of avoided it. But I already have a lot of them.
This is the best Apollo breed, an A+. 6 starts, 4 wins, and a 3rd.
Wait, is that like, go to the progeny? Because I hit it with one of my babies this time.
My bad. And
I was wondering, I didn't even check their progeny. I just went to Pelennor with one, and I went to Apollo with the other. It looks like I should have took them both to Pelennor with this many horses. Obviously, Stints didn't run trains, but
Apollo's Arrow a winner, Ember Light a winner.
You know what's crazy is an S minus. S minus is probably going to win the Kentucky Derby this month.
That's what I was thinking too. Dude, you know who has a really fucking nice horse? And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad.
Fog Farm, is that who you're gonna say?
No, SoCal.
He's got
Doug Passion. I fucking love that horse.
There's a horse, Forest, that looks like it's the best at left dirt, and well, Motto might be my horse that came from that's Johnny Bear, but it looks like Morning Diamond's probably gonna win, but
I
There's
think the horse is gonna
definitely
give. I think this horse will give a run for its money. I don't know if they're. I mean, they're gonna run in there. They have to. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to, but
yeah, it hasn't ran at 10, so I don't really have it in my rankings.
Eleanor and Snowball. And
Oh
Snowball
wow, that
right
should definitely. Is that a 3-year-old? Oh, it's
2-year-old.
2-year-old. Yeah,
So
yeah.
next,
So
it'll be next.
oh
week.
yeah, that's probably their early favorite.
This is
for
my-
sure, I would guess.
I asked him about this horse. I think after this race, he had these 2 races on him, and I asked him if he wanted to sell or trade because we had an LTS S-Colt, an S-Colt and some Derby whatever. But after this, he's like, "Nah, this is my best horse." And then I watched it. It ran 6th. I was like, let me message him again, and I didn't. And then he won 3rd, and I'm like, all right, he's not coming off him. That's his little Derby ticket.
What's the name of this one?
Thug Passion.
Passion. Yeah, I guess he just hasn't even had a 10 yet, but he wins at 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably high finish, yeah. But it's probably enough stamina to get the job done. Probably the schedule just haven't handed him any 10s yet.
Yeah,
That's
S plus
interesting.
stamina from Pelennor, and then S minus stamina. So it's maybe got an S roll, maybe.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great combo of horses right there.
But yeah, Snowball has a nice 3-year-old also, I think, unless they retired it. No, not nice. He's whatever, but still running.
Yeah, he runs for a shit organization. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's the
Probably
issue.
He just doesn't know what he's doing. Literal
Yeah.
look at these colors.
PJ doesn't know.
Look at this shit.
Is that like a 4-year-old created?
Nah, he's a 3.
Yeah, I guess that's too much credit.
But he probably
Interesting.
just doesn't know what he's doing. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking because I've been running Lotto a lot at the graded 10s that I see, and in this first batch, there was just no one who bred for 10, 11, 12. I mean, it looks like Eddie's gonna. Eddie kept Morning Diamond running. Yes,
Eddie
he's definitely gonna go for that, and he'll probably win it.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
he gets second.
Eddie will probably be close to my pick for.
Forrest beat him. Yeah, because the last race we all ran together. This Forrest horse, in my opinion, is probably the favorite to win because as long as it's good or fast, I guess. Fast, maybe, but it's a great horse. Fox Farms owns it. I put the link down there of the horse race we all ran together.
I asked him about one of these 2. I asked him about Prince Albert, which he's not getting rid of because it's Morning Wood Blood. But this horse, he gave me a price on. I'm gonna keep it in my chest, but like, I really like G Spot is Morning Diamond's producer, so like these are beautiful results in my eye, and this is Morning Wood.
Any Eddie horse is going to be a wonderful result, by the way. Like, he's got such a lovely.
He's got a nice setup.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a nice setup. I didn't see the link you sent me. Let me get that. But yeah, I didn't look at any of the S pluses at LDF, but I like Thug Passion going into next Derby.
Yeah.
As one of my on the keep an eye on.
Keep that in your pocket. Yeah, keep that in your pocket for when we're doing the show too.
Morning Diamond nice. So the S minus beat the S plus in this situation. Is there a reason?
Well, at 10, I think that we're just good at 10. I think Shawnee Bears pumped out some nice finish. When you look at it, it's so weird because on the breeding report, stamina is crap. And my A plus girls' stamina was crap. This came from Suka Wakan, however you pronounce it. I don't know, some Native American name, I think. But this G-Spot WTF, yeah, whenever I saw it on the market, I considered it. It seems pretty nice.
I really want the Morning Wood H0 Colt. I really do. But he told me he's not coming off it. He just doesn't want. He owns the blood, so he doesn't have to get rid of it. He just keep that shit. It's his.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a lot of
Yeah, Forrest, like Mato has been very good, and Forrest has been kind of like cucking me everywhere. You know, he's just like one notch better at all of our races, whether it's 10, 11, 12. But in the gap data, it looks like they're pretty similar at 10. So we will see. It's going to be a fun derby. I didn't even think, I thought that I would always take 6 months to be able to have a contender, but the fact, I mean, it seems like Mato is for sure going to qualify, but we will see.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Forrest is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to do the Derby this month now that we're going to have plenty of horses.
Yeah, agree.
And it's still going to be a somewhat weak field. I mean, the first, because Pellinor and Apollo kept racing, and so they didn't get to have their people out until they competed.
Let me check that out. Let me pull it up and see what happened.
Come on.
Nice. Congrats to Blue Elder. Of all the horses that Mario Jane reached out to me about, he said, is Lady Shore worth it? And I said, you can't afford it. He's like, is it worth it? I was like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, D-Biscuit looks really strong in all my reports, and you have an S. I honestly think that all of these horses are worth it. But obviously, you know me, we're in the same back channel Discord. I'm Mr. Bullish over here. That's not financial advice.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this.
I mean, I want to put a lot of stock into this, but it did win a race. It ran a solid number for a 4-horse field. I wonder what they.
Yeah.
I was going to run it for a little bit. Well, I wonder if they breed it or if they retire it right away.
I think you have to.
It's his only horse.
It is primetime blood too. Yeah, I mean, I love seeing this. This kind of reminds me back in December when I started playing the beta again. It was at the end of DFS season. I was like, all right, let me go see what these tickets are, learn this beta. And as soon as I started racing, I just went and bought Big Nose Cake for like 9,300 or something from Ghost. And, at the time it was a really expensive purchase. It was probably a little out of my zone or whatever, but I think it's going to pay off, And what I'm seeing is even that mare, I'm seeing a lot of really good horses come from even marginal S's or median S minuses. I think that even just being an S, it means a lot as far as for breeding. I think that even with Blue Elder, I think one of the S plus he banged out came from Kekistan or something. I think it rolled out an S plus. I'm not sure. English Lady is the horse. I don't know.
His fucking stable is berserk.
Yeah, go look at English Lady's progeny or bloodline.
Zooms up.
Yeah,
Wow.
Belle of Nelson. Yeah, Belle of Nelson, I mean, you would see it. It's probably one of these marginal S tickets when we were playing this game 8 months ago, and I have one similar, Lisa, that was just an addition just to have a breeding option. I'm sure that's what this is, and it just rolled out bangers. But also, is he doing this with Ace King? Because Ace King on my reports seems to give me a S plus more often. Oh, he's trying to bring other blood in. That's smart.
D-Biscuit 4 times, zooms that for the first time. 2 S pluses so far. Not terrible.
That's a nice I haven't got my first S plus yet. I'm jealous as shit. So. Yeah.
I've seen some bad S pluses, so I think being patient, I'll be patient for that.
Well, also, whenever we were revealing a lot, I waited to do most of my breeding on Sunday, and I was kind of going through what everyone else did to kind of get an idea of what I wanted to do.
That's
and
fair.
For a little bit, I was lamenting the fact that Dakota didn't roll the SS minus speed that Lisa has, but on the track she was still really good. And then like obviously you got other people rolling S pluses, but I just think that there's enough variance in breeding that this is just going to happen, you know, whether it's going to happen with your Gen 1 or your Gen 0. Obviously, it gives you a little bit of a head start, but I'm seeing enough variance in breeding both ways that it's just exciting to me. I think that it balances out the game a lot and stuff like that. So
I imagine White Forest gets the chop at age 3 and hits the barn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how any S plus. I mean, you see the premium also in the marketplace for just creating an S plus, whether you know it crushes or not. So to keep breeding more S pluses is that's what the game's all about, right? That's what we're chasing: an SS minus and then an SS. Like, I think that's the fun part of the whole game is trying to be that pioneer.
This game's sick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just like take a gummy and then just go 4 generations deep of my macro view and trying to think of all these different ways I need to try to create a cult that will somehow give me some stud value or uniqueness. And a lot of it is just like rolling up in the stats. I mean, even that I think is going to be like if this horse was a colt, for example. You're talking about a lot of money. That'd be a very nice colt in the barn right there. You know, it's almost like you almost on a horse like this want to roll a colt more than a mare. You know, it's like, but the filly is great. You get to go cuck a lot of people. You get to basically do whatever you want, and you'll probably get to create that colt that you're thinking of.
Do you guys think we're the first SS? Do we hit the first one, or do your stable hit the first one? I don't know if we see one yet.
Yeah, I think
breeding variants maybe, but like
what Stinza said is it takes a long time, but I think that shockwave roll turned out to be so strong that it's going to pull a horse like this. I mean, you get 2 or 3 SS minus stats and an S. Yeah, I didn't think
this roll for him. This is fucking beautiful.
I think it's probably like 50-50 that we'll get an SS minus. And maybe it's like a slight dog 2-1 or something. I think Stins would probably say it's a big dog, but I think it's closer than we think, especially because you got horses that might not have been playing in beta, and then also you have the breeding reports that kind of give you a lot more guidance than we ever had.
Jesus Christ. That foal's going to be insane.
Yeah, a lot of the Shockwave babies should be insane. Now it's going to be interesting to see if they're slow agers, because it definitely seems that way so far. Even like my 99-23s have been beating the primetime babies on the track, which I find very delightful. But it's still early, and all these babies are pretty young.
Oh, little big nose Kate. You went to Ace King this month or last month?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was really surprised it didn't get me a S plus, just because on the breeding report it looks like there.
7, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You averaged.
I've tried to float this horse for like, yeah, I mean, for me it is great. And I put off Ace King a few times, mainly because that pasture ass was so cheap, and then obviously having dog.
Yeah, we hit Ace King the first month with Grimwald, and then he dropped it. And second month we went to Zeus, and then we went back. We just literally alternated back and forth between Zeus and Grimwald so far.
It makes sense because with my S minuses, a lot of them are sprinters as well, so it definitely makes sense. And like I said, it gives you a lot of flexibility going forward for sure. Rooney.
Yeah. 4 for 4 to start, and then this was I wanted to see her against a tough field. I'll look at the last race too, but I don't look at this one. Just gonna go halfway through. But yeah, this was good. This was good to see, and she's probably just peaking really early. So I'm interested to see what they end up doing with her next month. They probably likely retire. I don't know what 360's game plan is. I don't think anyone does besides just spend money.
Have 1 million horses and own every archetype and blood type. I think that's their strategy. It's insane. I actually haven't looked at their stable lately. Let me go check it out because I feel like
it's pretty fucking filthy. All right, it's pretty filthy. I mean, we've seen with the buys and whatnot, but like,
yeah,
it's filthy.
Yeah, their website 360win.com must be doing pretty good.
Pretty okay. Wow, Morpheus lost.
Wow, I haven't seen 360 Win make a buy in a whole day and a half. I'm looking through the marketplace. I was just gonna go check out. I guess he always waits till Friday, right? Maybe Stables 360.
Yeah, so Morpheus got beat. That's nice to see. Morpheus isn't the best, but he's good. Yes, yeah. So she won a handicap carrying 13 pounds, which she probably should have against the field she was running against. Hold on, what was her? So it was formerly Zucchina, and then obviously Serenity now. So heart, stamina, finish. Shit, what did I just do? I fucked it up. Ugh. But yeah, she went 4 for 4. She won a light field graded race, and then her last race before that one was slightly tougher.
I was just looking at how many horses this guy has. He already has 50, 60 horses almost.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing is most of them are fillies.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, he's going to have a fucking... I feel like he's going to be inbreeding like crazy. I feel like he just might make mistakes just because there's so many. But maybe they have... Maybe they have someone on the inside, an HRM guy, you know? But yeah, this is a nice stable so far. Some of them not very good on the track, but Rooney looks like the best horse he has right now.
Yeah, and a lot of them come to age the next year or two or the next season. Yeah, you can drive yourself mad just looking at other people's stuff and trying to figure out 12 million. Wow, that's what, 150,000? That's
156K. 156K.
Yeah.
He sold 10,000 worth too, you know? He's doing a little bit of both.
I thought I'd put a pretty sizable investment into this thing. It's so funny.
He's only down $60 racing. That's kind of fucking beautiful.
I am so far up this season, which would be my first season Derby positive, and that's my goal.
I was gonna say including Crown or just on Derby.
Oh, I just want to be Derby positive. I mean, you're gonna make. I can tell you exactly how much I've made since we've been live. It's pretty remarkable, and that's the Crown price of whatever it is today.
I know. It was definitely fun last month when I bought my S minus gold for 25K, and at the end of the season I was even on Derby, but I was plus 150 overall from Crown. Yeah. So he paid for himself racing, and I made money off Crown with him. So I bought another one. So fuck it. If I can do this, if I can just do this for a couple more months until the Crown stimmies go away, or dry up a little bit, that's the game, right? And
I talked to the captain at people because I think that I can build a model to show at what point the Crown squeeze will start to occur. All we need to know is, like this month, how much Crown is released out of the 4.2 million allotment. And then you look at the growing population and kind of build a model that way. But that's my next little model I want to build, just to kind of get an idea.
Gotta find that's like a gummy and a sensu bean kind of day. I don't know if you're familiar with sensu beans.
That is a pass it off to someone who has access to the data and can just give me the number. But
that's fair. Nice.
Coyote got killed and Stagecoach Mary won one. When do these things lock? Oh, I guess it's not for an hour still.
What's that for wagering? The first one locks in 48 minutes, an hour and a half, an hour and 40.
Oh, the picks, they're done registering, so I can go see the horses now. Let's check out the horses and the two big claimers.
Yeah, I want to get MJ's tool up. So that's
your jam. Love MJ. Yeah. That guy gets the best freaking streams and just chats. I could talk to him for hours.
Yeah, he's one of the stats nerds. He's the one that's good with the numbers. He's the one that's very good with like sticking to a schedule kind of with his stream. He only does an hour for his what he does. I don't care. I like to stream, and as long as people are watching, then we're here. But yeah, the 125 filled and 150 filled. That's nice. All right, let me do one of these. Get to the tool. But yeah, I like using MJ's tool for the wagering. I mean, everyone uses it different, but the way I, if you do it however you feel comfortable doing it, then the success rate's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that someone's smart if I don't get it done or I don't get someone to do it. I think that you could probably back test a lot of these Ed guys. I know I hear you talk a lot about money line odds or morning line, and like Crush, he's always telling me that he really believes in them or they give him an idea. Yeah, I don't either, but I think that they have to tell you something. But I think that you could, theoretically, if you had access to every single morning line, you had access to all the results for the Gen 1, you should be able to build a model that tells you that it's either pretty accurate, not accurate, or just dog shit. But obviously, with aging involved, you're going to need probably 6-8 months of data to figure everything out. But
yeah, I'm not putting like, because I've had people message me and ask me like, I had the best odds and I ran last, and it's like,
yeah,
I mean, you can start the best odds and run last, like it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't put all my eggs in that one basket. Like, I like to use them as a guideline. Same thing with fleet figures. Like, I'm not going to put a lot of weight in them until they're like, there's an overall consensus that they are spot on for what they do. But I feel like they're good guidelines for helping you find your distance preference. And, again, if you're pulling shitty numbers running against strong fields, then maybe don't run your horse in that race. Maybe go to a lower level race. But I like to use them as guidelines. I don't like to put a lot of eggs in the basket. Like, obviously, running your horse and finding out that way is a little bit easier.
And I've tried to like approach all my horses almost like, obviously I know the breeding board, I know what it probably happened based on the grade, but once I run maybe 3 to 5 races, I just kind of throw all that out and look at either the results, the fleet figure, and just try to keep an open mind to keep exploring and not really get set on this is a 6-7 horse because both the mom and dad ran it, And I mean, a lot of times that's going to work out, but with the variance in breeding, I've definitely seen things happen that is nothing like the mom and dad, which is definitely stuff to pay attention to.
DVG had one that was a perfect example. Like, he bred it, and both parents were sprinters, and he ended up having a distance runner. Like,
I think I got the same thing with One-Eyed Blind. I took Magdalena there, and I was expecting stamina, and I couldn't win there, so I took a few shorts just to try it because they were on the schedule. I put the link in, but she won 4 and 5 the last 2 races. So, and if you look at the breeding report, the gray box is on like A+ or A almost, because One-Eyed Blind has such a low start. He's really got great stats everywhere else. And so just looking at this, you would think, all right, it's probably going to be long, like 10 to 12 because of finish. But didn't do much at all. In fact, it ran really, really low fleet figures there. Like at 12, it ran a 49. 10, it ran 55. So then I just kept coming shorter and shorter, and the fleet figures kept going up. Now, if there's not a 4 or 5 on a day or two, I might just try to run another long distance just to have one more confirmation, because those first few days, the fleet figures could always be low because they are babies or whatever. But it's just interesting to kind of look at. And this is kind of how I view breeding in a way, is just always trying to get as much unique blood as possible.
Yeah, this is nice. No one-of-ones at all. Opens you up to a lot.
And One-Eyed Blind just wasn't used a lot. So one of my things when I'm looking at breeding is trying to look at the progeny. And even if that horse is a little worse than, say, a horse that's been hit 35 times, now that we're this far into I'll take some chances, and I'm definitely going to keep doing that and try to. I've even got an idea that maybe some of these S minuses, probably not Magdalena, but at like RDF, I've got several unique horses that I might go down and breed with A pluses to bring up unique bloodlines. I think that actually is a okay play long term, and with the way the marketplace and meta is, you want higher grades, especially if you're going to flip them. But if you're in this game for the long haul, that might be a really viable strategy.
That was my next question, is with her being so low preference on soft, like, are you going to try and swing this to an
I'm going to Doc. No, I'm going to Doc Holiday next, probably, because my whole goal is to get high soft. I'll go to OED, and then I'll just take that one to Doc with her. I mean, if she turns out to be a sprinter and have S plus start, it may change things, because obviously you do need to breed that. But yeah, my whole consensus has been to kind of, and I have another one that I've already bred with Doc, Magdalena's foal, where I'll do the opposite. I'll go to One-Eyed Blind with that one, because I went to Doc first, and I'll go to One-Eyed Blind. But after that, and maybe even before that, I'll definitely get the preferences. You're gonna need stats, you're gonna need preferences, and you're also gonna need temper. It's almost like a 3-breed way to get all of them. There's no consensus way to get all of them in a one-stop shop almost.
That's gonna be nice to watch unfold, honestly.
Yeah, and well, also with the stimmies, it gives you, like, even if this horse doesn't win on the track, it gives me time, right? Like, all of the horses right now are basically collecting crown, but in 6 to 8 months, all the races are going to be filled. You're going to have a lot of 16, 18, 20 horse races. So kind of gives you some time to try some unique stuff now with not as much risk, even though One-Eyed Blind obviously costs a lot.
Gives you time to pump extra heart in all your foals for them big races where it matters.
Yeah, I mean, you see Magdalena that already had the heart, so that's one of the ones that comes easy with her. And she wasn't particularly a great racer. I mean, she, at the time, she was probably a break even or a slightly losing. Obviously, when Crown goes to 20 cent,
She was
look back on all these.
Yeah. Almost 50% of the money, or win play show. Like, show you don't really make money, but still podiums are nice.
A lot of these horses like this that were S- and unique, obviously it does have a few siblings, Rigel, and I think another one. But yeah, these unique blood S- weren't always particularly the best racers, similar to the S unique bloods, but they were always going to have some long-term breeding value at least.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, this is the claimer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through the machine. The machine says that Lamborghini is the pick for this race in my book. But we'll look at we'll see where everyone's running. It's a 4 furlong race, and I feel like with these the big claimers, people try and hit it for the crown stimmy sometimes.
Is Lost in Persia in here? Oh, you have all the, let's see, Eurovision. Okay, let me find which one of these. Oh, Nikon.
Yeah, Lamborghini's looking kind of nice. Rock ship, dog shit, horse. See, like, that's why I was telling people like a month ago and last month, everyone's getting excited about their S horse, and I was like, please temper your expectations, because you're going to end up with S horses that end up in the 60K claimers or like the 80K claimers, and that's where they're going to live. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
We'll time to win there, but we're going to have some really bad S horses that can't compete in the 60Ks.
Yeah, and you're going to see like some that they rolled up because they got like an S plus in one thing, and then they still have like an A plus tipper or something like that, which, obviously, a lot of the stuff comes medium outcome. I think the A plus that roll into an S are very intriguing because you know that they hit some type of ceiling on at least one stat, unless they kind of went across the board. I did see One-Eyed Blind horse that it was an A bred with an S minus horse, and the reveal was all S minus stats with one A plus. And I thought that was a really nice roll for an A to an S minus to get that with just an S minus sire.
Dang, Lamborghini's a Gen 0.
Oh yeah, I didn't even factor that in. Let me do that again. I was gonna go with Nikon.
It waited so long to get revealed. It's actually not even a bad racer. 7 wins, 4 seconds out of 18 starts. Like, win 100K claimer.
Yeah, it hasn't raced 4 yet, or it did? Oh, it did, huh?
Won a stake. Won a graded race. Like, damn. Missed opportunities.
Yeah, there's several horses still out there like that. Oh, Lamborghini's the best at 5. What distance are we racing?
4 or 5? 4.
All right, yeah, I got Nikon being better.
Yeah, Nikon has the better win results there. Where do those races come from, though? Let me see. 4K, she won a grade. Well, this horse won a graded race, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, like, so, like, I mean, it is 150K. So again, it's, what is that? It's not. That's like
2,000 basically, yeah.
Yeah,
a little
it's
less
almost
than
2,000. Yeah.
2,000.
All right. So I feel, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not claiming any S horses out of the 150Ks anytime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
if
you said you have a new budget, so.
Yeah, now in the DB&T racing stable, we got to go hunting for a. I need to find an LDF mare or filly. It's gonna be fucking hard and it's gonna be expensive, but
Wow, the Lamborghini is actually a cool horse.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't even know if there are any LDF-S or 22s in the barn that are S ones. Like 22 is a pretty good bloodline for LDF. I guess there's Astro Gulu, so it'll probably look similar to this horse, I guess. So yeah, it definitely could win this. I put in a thing for a horse that it looks very similar to.
It's called Drogo. It's kind of like weakish, S minus. But you know, one a light. Probably looks like a light field. Yeah.
I love these big claimers though. I'm gonna get involved with these soon, so you can keep an eye out for Tombstone.
I feel like a lot of. I feel like a lot of the. I guess you're a bigger stable. I mean, you have a lot of horses in your stable.
Yeah.
That's where y'all are. I mean, that's where we'll call them your rejects, but they're not really rejects because they can still compete, just not at the level you expected. But a lot of the rejects that were thought to be graded race winners, they're going to live in 150K and 200. And honestly, that's nice. It's nice that we have those.
I love them. I feel like I just love the claimers. At first, I remember 6-8 months ago, I was just like, what is a claimer? Like, I didn't know anything. But I just think it gives such a natural, true value for horses. A video with Lino today about that, and we get a bunch of marketplace shopping tips and stuff. But I always say, like, if you're considering buying a colt on the marketplace, go to the claimers, go to the 40K level, go to the 60K level, and actually look at those races to see if you think that horse that you're thinking of beating, if it doesn't have breeding value, you can't beat at least a 40K field, a 60K field, and then theoretically it needs to be able to beat an 80K field or get claimed for it to kind of have that value. And I think as more and more horses get on the track, obviously I think there should be a race to the bottom on claimers as far as colts and stuff. It's going to get tougher and tougher, and it's just interesting because there's a lot of strategy, and if you pay a lot of time and effort into studying them, and you can find good crown races where you're going to get paid a lot, but also still, hit the board, which is really important.
That's why, I never, there's obviously believers, non-believers in whether it's stat or race archetypes, but I never understood people arguing against claimers. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, it literally is the most level way to gauge your horse. Like, it really is. If your horse can't win at 75 against other strong A pluses, your horse can probably win at 30, and that's good. Like, that's nice.
And when I I sniped the bot claimers the other day. I won like 15 or 13K derby in some 12. It was a 70K claimer, and I didn't want this horse to even get claimed. A plus level LDF, so I kind of took a chance. And I knew that I have more value for that horse than other people. They're not going to want to pay 75K for that horse. But it is fun when you tip your toe in there and I ran that Philly claimer, the 175K, because it was set up perfect for RDS. Obviously, I have a lot of RDS girls. I put them all in there and like took 3 out of 4 or whatever. But I understand that they should probably be gone, and there should be either you add weights to the fillies, I think is a great idea, or you just give them maybe. Some people have floated out the idea of 1.5x on the claimer, and I almost think it should be higher. You know, it should probably be 2x at least.
And they have those, right? And I talked about it before. Like they have those races, IRL, where you can enter your filly, and they have filly only claimers in IRL, but it works better in IRL because obviously there's more horses in IRL. In 4 months,
it's stronger too.
In 4 months from now, I feel like the filly only claimers will be fine. Maybe.
Yeah.
When we have a larger amount. But like you can enter, they'll have a claiming 25,000, but you can run for 20,000, but you get a weight discount because you're running for less. Where they could do that with, putting these together where you can have your claiming race, but the fillies run for like 85K and the males run for like 20K less or something. I mean, obviously it's not a solvable thing overnight. Like I said, the population is really not going to support it. But I don't think it's a terrible idea. I think right now it's a terrible idea.
The claimers in general are going to be the race type that the team is going to have to pay attention to the market, pay attention to crown price, pay attention to all these factors that are going to make the horse prices fluctuate. Because if crown doubled overnight, a horse that you're running a 60K claimer, you're not going to run that in a 60K claimer tomorrow, So there's so many, and I think that's why claimers offer a user so much skill. One of the things the team talks about is this being a skill game, not a gambling game. And that is very true with claimers. And I think that just being in the streets, so to speak, with claimers every day or just throughout the day can really help you build a stable. Obviously most of them are going to be colts, but you can find some that are either going to win you money or possibly be breeders. There won't be a lot that will be in the claimer, but I've enjoyed the hell out of claimers. And I really, for 2 months, I took a just hard break. I had one horse ran that I actually won in a claimer that I was forced to run for like the back half of, all my other horses were retired. But now I do have a lot of these S- colts. Colts will eventually be ran in claimers, and so I've even noticed that, hey, I gotta do my homework. I gotta know what level horses are running across the board so that I can know where to enter these horses, to make the most profitability, basically.
Yeah. No, but it's good. It's nice. We're after this next month, we're in the game. Gen Zero's come off the track, and then that's it.
Yeah, there's 1,200. I looked at it today. There's 1,200 Gen Zero still racing. I don't know if they're actually racing, but that's how many are in the racing population. There was 1,700 foals that were born this past time, and now there's going to be 2,100 foals coming in the next time, and then after that it'll be like 2,600 foals, and then that number is going to keep going up. So if you're in the game and you think like, man, these prices are astronomical, just be patient. A lot of us that we were here since December, we played a beta. We never got to race our horses for real money for almost a year and a half, 2 years for some of us. And so
that was rough.
I think just realize this is a long game type of game, and
This is chess. This is not checkers. This is 100% chess.
Yeah, the full prices theoretically should come down. Now, you can make the argument that as those fulls start hitting the track, crown price should go up. It should be worth a lot more because those metrics and the returns are going to look nice. So that could balance the supply. These are all things I've been thinking about a lot, and just it's impossible to really predict the sentiment and all of that. So
you're not the only one, Soul Survivor. You're not the only one.
All right. Well, I appreciate being on here. Wifey's about to get home. We're going to have dinner and stuff. So I'm going to tune in, watch the stream, watch these claimers, watch the After Dark races. I feel like it's gaining steam in popularity. I know that just the fact that I want to watch has to mean that it's like at least worth paying attention, tuning in for, right?
Yeah, I just got to get a little bit earlier. I got to get some more pings in Discord. That's it. I just need Fig to love me more. He doesn't love me as much as he used to, so I got to see what happens. I don't know why he doesn't love me.
I don't think he loves me as much as he used to either. Fib, come on, man, love us a little more.
He definitely loves Mo, and I tell Mo every Tuesday. It's like, what do you do? How much do you pay him? Like, my money must be going to the wrong wallet, you know?
I've pinged Fib so many times. So, well, these guys, they do have their hands full. They're doing a great job. They're working.
Yeah, they have a lot of shit. Like the bust chop.
Yeah, we gotta bust their chops. They bust our chops. Fib busted my chops when I met him at the Derby, so I can't wait to hang out with him again. He's still angling to get invited to my wedding, so maybe if he shows me some more love.
Are you East Coast or where you at?
I'm on the Pacific Standard Time. That's what I'll say. So.
West Coast area.
Right. And I love it. It sets up perfect for the game. I'm an early riser, and I love it for football. I love it for sports. I love it for everything. It just East Coast is rough. I feel like.
So listen, you gotta be strong to live on the East Coast, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be hard. You gotta be hard like DoughBoy.
Yeah, it's rough out here.
All right, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for doing this.
Take it easy.
Later.
Preston, cheapest horse on the marketplace is over 1K. No. You might have the filters on wrong. We'll look. So if you go to marketplace, and we'll sort by lowest to highest. And if you look at lowest foals, the lowest foal is 10,000, which I think that comes out to $125 USD. Give me a second. Let me get my handy dandy calculator out here. Yeah, $125 USD. And that's age 0, so you have to wait 2 months for that until it's ready to run. And then there is, age 1. You gotta scroll down. The cheapest one is 15K, which simple math divided by 80 is $190, $187.50. And if you look at racing age, personally, I would ignore age 7 horses because at the end of this month they go kaputs. So you want to adjust your filter, and you go to oldest age, youngest age. And you can do 2. We'll do 3. And the youngest will do 2. And then these are the horses on the track right now. Obviously, there are some turds, so obviously buyer beware. Do your homework and make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Well, it looks like the first horse that actually has decent racing stats hits at 28K for Follow the Echo. But yeah, you just gotta use the filters to locate. That's it. Learn the filters first, and then everything after that comes easy. But the other again, we talked about it. It's check the claimers if you're looking to get in, or if you don't want to be. Like the way I told my friend when he got in, he got himself an age 0 horse, and then while that was maturing, he went and looked in claimers and got like a cheap 10, 15, 20K claimer and learned the game that way. And I think that's the best way to go for newer players, is to get something that is either an age 0 or an age 1, because most age 2 horses are going to be not overpriced, but you're gonna be priced out most of the time, unless you're coming in with a decent sized bankroll and it's whatever you have, fuck you money. But yeah, I definitely take your time when you get in here. Don't pull a trigger and start buying if you don't know what you're doing. That is definitely my my words of wisdom. But let me go back and check out the DGen After Dark Race 1. We have 23 minutes. Mo, I'll ship you the link then if you want to come up closer to 11. I pulled everything from this. There's 16 runners, and everyone's betting the ass. Like, we haven't learned our lesson yet. 16 runners, copied, pasted into the comparison tool on MJ's. So I'm gonna turn my AC back on because this fucking spotlight's killing me. There's some air going here. I narrowed it down to distance, so I drug it as a 12 furlong affair. Left turf yielding. So on distance, I drag up. I take a little tip from Mo. Mo likes to go two furlongs before the spot on distance. So 12 furlongs is our target. I go to 10, and I do my event type for the select race that it is. This race is a handicap, so I only look at handicap stakes results. I don't account. You could look at allowances also. Maybe we'll do that too. Maybe we'll throw allowances in there just because they also have a weight tax. But I normally cut it down to handicap only because that's the type of race we're running in. So when we do add multiples to it, we do get a couple more horses added. So we will take that from 10 and go to 11. We'll see if it shrinks, stays the same, and then we'll go to 12 and see if we have anybody there. Nobody's run 12 furlongs yet in an allowance or handicap race at LTS. Yielding. Take that off. Welcome everyone to DoughBoy After Dark. Alright, it's not going to show it. We do LTS also. And see if that opens it up. Alright, so yeah, I didn't have the LTS in also. So LTS opens it up more, so let's narrow it down now to 12 furlongs and see what we get. These are 2-year-olds. It's tough. The 2-year-olds I got to get myself into shape with. Yep, still only one horse. Nocturnum, S-, has one race, and has a show. Now, I wonder if it was carrying weight or if it was getting the allowance weight. Let's find that. 5 stars and a third, so it should be easy. All right, so it was an S- to S+ allowance, so it was getting the weight advantage. Here, it's not getting a weight advantage, so we'll keep that in effect. I also don't like putting wagers on S- and handicaps. There are some obvious outliers to look for, some that are stronger and can run with the extra weight, but most of the time, the A- and A's win these races, or a strong A+. So I definitely stay clear of the S's and the S- unless they are from high boost parents, but even then, you rarely catch those in here. So Nocturnal will probably not be on my list. Might be in the spot for a show bet, but I gotta see what the show pool looks like. Take a look at that. All right, we'll build it up. I'll get some going in there. I forgot to ask them if they could sprinkle in the place and show pool this time around. What's up, Bob Huevos? Bienvenido, my friend. Bob's OG from the other game, looking to dip his toes in here, so we'll see if we can help him out along the way. And I didn't forget your message. I will get back to you, homie. I will get back to you because I had to get mine and Tish's situation figured out and cemented in. So now I got brain space. We'll get this going. So the machine tells me Nocturnum, but I'm not gonna go with that. We're gonna go back to 11 and see what it opens it up to. I think we have a lot more options. Yeah, we have a lot more options at 11. So we just have to take a shot on hoping one of these is bred to go a little bit longer. So 3 Matching Balls has 1 race and has a win. All right, that's an A plus. Sasa has a show. Barfly has 2 races at 11, a win and a second. And that's an A minus. That's my wheelhouse. Karma's an A, has 2 wins from 3 races at 11 furlongs. The Second Coming has 2 races and a third. Special Stars an A, has 1 place. I'll look out for the Bs too, because some of the Bs do very well also because they get the maximum weight discount. And then 2 S minuses, Low Cup with a no-show, and Nocturnum again with the 3rd place in the allowance race, but carrying no extra weight in that race. Here he is carrying weight. So again, I'd throw the S minuses out. Special Star we'll look at, but I'll probably throw that out. I think the main ones I'm going to take a look at are going to be Karma, Barfly, and 3 matching balls. So let's go take a look-see. We got 17 minutes. This is nice. We get some time in between. We'll get done handicapping this race, and then we'll move on to the next one. And by the time we get done, I can get Mo up here. We'll see if he did any looking around yet, or if he's just going to call the races this time. Which, it's always nice to have someone do that shit. I ain't got to worry about it. I just got to worry about yelling over top of it, and I'll mute myself. Because if we get rowdy tonight and we pull another 8 to 10 to 1, let's go. We've been spot on the past couple weeks. We've hit a nice 8 or 10 to 1 the last couple weeks. So let's go. And my preferred betting method is across the board. I like win, play, show wagers. To each their own. Which is another reason why I'd like to get them to juice the plays and shows. Some people don't like to bet win bets. Some people like to dabble and they pick a couple horses and they bet show bets on them, and maybe they spike 2 to 3 bets, and they have fun. But not everyone likes to bet win bets. So the 16 horse field, the win bet, if you hit, we get paid kind of nice. So who did we talk about? We talked about Barfly, Karma, and 3 matching balls. So 3 matching balls. Karma. This is Lacey. Barfly. Ooh, getting 20 to 1 on Barfly. Liking that. Probably not going to get 21 by post, but yeah, this might be one of the plays. 11, 1, carrying 4 pounds. 10, finished 3rd, carrying 7. 11, finished 2nd. Short fields. This is also a bigger field, but she has a 3rd in a 12 horse field. We'll see what the heart stats look like. All right. This is a Zareth. So B minus finish, B minus heart from the mother, S heart from Zareth, S plus finish, S plus stamina, B stamina, C star. I still like that though. I still think that's fine. Especially going long, I think we're all right there. Alright, so we definitely like Barfly. Let's check out Karma. Another filly. Left her sloppy. Pretty soft. We're yielding. Alright, so not soft, not fast. 6 pounds, 5th, 6 pounds, 5th. Restricted stake, 2nd. GVG after dark. All right, so 5th place last week. Allowance, carrying no weight, win. Restricted stakes, finished 3rd. And then handicap, carrying 1 pound. An 8 horse field, going 11. We are going 12. So, all right. So it looks like our three that came out of the machine are the ones that are looking the strongest. Now I'm hesitant on the A pluses. A pluses I don't mind doing show bets on. It's just you got to be a really good A plus to win these handicaps, or it's got to be like a really shitty field. I just got to decide who's going to be for the win play show. Got to lock in one. I think it's going to be Barfly. I think it's going to be my go-to. I'm going to go with Barfly. And then I'm going to do Karma and 3 matching balls show bets. Barfly for place. Remember to always change your pick type. Putzed up last week. Don't do that to yourself. And then on show, I like Barfly, Karma, 3 matching balls. We'll do lower for that. We'll do. So kind of heavy on the first race, but it's a 16 horse field. And if we spike on our ace pick, that's kind of nice. And if we get more people betting in the play show, you know, we get that built up. We get a nice return there if we hit one. So first race, I'm in on Barfly. If you don't want to share your picks, we can share your picks after the race locks in 13 minutes. So 13 minutes, I'll drop this in the chat. 13 minutes. We'll pull up. We'll pull up the second race. I think it closed already. It should have closed. All right, here we go. So 13 to 16, kind of nice. Let's go clear the tool out. All right. Let's copy paste the field. Let's clear everything out. Paste. Get that out of there. Are we left turf sloppy? All right, now we're right turf sloppy. All right, right turf sloppy. Right turf sloppy. This is a handicap also. So I will do the handicap and allowance again. See from there. Handicap, allowance. All right. And we are going, again, 12 furlongs. All right, so we'll go to 10 and close it in from there. All right, 10, we have 5 options. Go to 11. 2 options. Not looking good. Looks like we're in an actual, baloney pony and S minus. Interesting. So let's go check out Baloney Pony real quick. It's an S minus. I don't know. We'll see if it's a strong one. Very strong preference. 5 races, 2 wins and a second. Broke his maiden. Ran 8th in a handicap, carrying 8 pounds. So already missed. Not too much to build off there. Second in a restricted stakes, and then 1 an allowance going 12 furlongs, but it was an S minus to S plus, so it was getting the weight discount. So it can win the allowance races where it's not getting taxed on weight, but it cannot pick up its feet in handicaps where it has to carry 8 pounds. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, see, it's really hard to for me to invest on an S minus in these kind of races. Now, granted, the A minus was carrying 120. That's 2 more pounds than an A. 4 more pounds than an A minus. And then the S minus Colts are carrying fucking 8 more pounds than the lowest. So you're already negative by entering this race with an S minus. You're already carrying weight. So it's just like, I'm not gonna tell anyone how to play the game. I'll just give suggestions. I would not put my S minuses in handicap races, unless in the future we get S minus handicaps. But we don't need those. As long as they, I hope they get the weight distribution figured out one day for handicaps, so it's actually like a full blown handicap. So we'll go back to horsepower and we'll widen it to 11 again and see what we get. We get an A plus with 1 start, no nothing. And look at Siege, My eyes. OEB. Yeah, this is gonna be a dart throw race. I think we might have a long shot. I don't know if we're gonna have an obvious favorite in this race. So he won the maiden, but yeah, it's a dog shit maiden. Can't win carrying weight already in other handicaps. You carried 3 pounds in your maiden, but your maiden was kind of butt cheeks. Yeah, I'm not betting an A plus. Let me see what happens if we get 10, and then we'll look at some stamina and whatnot. All right, so we get Arch Feeder, Bombshell Sauna, and Mummy's Pet. Let's look at Bombshell. Dude gets in a fucking knucklehead. Dude, I hope you're here still. You're such a dummy. I hope you win the race, but you're such a dummy. Bombshell Sauna. Mummy's Pet. Stamina finish. Alright, probably bred for the distance. But it's going to be tough to win this race carrying the extra weight. Bombshell. Hasn't run the distance yet. S stamina, B plus stamina. I don't know, it's going to be... Being an A minus really helps you in this, but like your numbers aren't that great. It doesn't give me any confidence when I put my wager down. 3rd in a 4-horse handicap, 3rd in a restricted stakes, 7th. You're not carrying any weight, but 7th. That's tough. Mummy's Pet. Yeah, this is a really shitty race. If anyone in chat has any leans they like in the D-Gen Derby or the D-Gen After Dark race too, and you don't want to keep them to your best, keep them to your best. But this is a tough race to handicap. Just from looking at everything. Maybe I do take an outside chance on this shitty fucking cow colored horse. I don't need that. Muy interesante, yo. Muy interesante. I'm still saying Bombshells on him. Yeah, why'd you put it in this race, you dummy? What did I tell you? Don't enter where you're getting taxed on weight. And what do? You enter where you're getting taxed on weight. I just don't get it sometimes. You asked for a suggested race. Don't ask the suggestion either. That's funny. No, you just don't have patience. You gotta have patience. Find the right race. You should put that horse in an S or an A plus stakes. You gotta wait. You know what I mean? Patience. Chess, not checkers. You're probably really good at checkers. And you went left. Nice. If I can find a race for this horse, I'm gonna drive to New York and mollywop you, bro. I can't wait to have my sound effects. I gotta get my stream deck set up. I can't wait to have my sound effects and just berate people with sound effects. All right. We'll look at Gohan. Gohan's a moneyline favorite so far. Cosa Nostra. That's Zed. Okay. No tax. +1. Ran dog shitty, but also this horse hasn't run distance yet. S stamina, S finish, A-. Tart olives. I think this horse is. Did I buy this horse and sell this horse? No. One of these fuckers I did. Where is it? Is it this one? No. Pretty sure I bought this horse and resold it. No. One of them I did. It's alright. Shitty horse anyway. But Gohan's the moneyline favorite. Alright. Won in distance, but wasn't carrying any weight. And beat an A+ with a 2-pound weight advantage. Rebel 1's not that great, so it doesn't really give me any insight. Fucking itchy head. Got bugs, yo, got bugs. So Gohan's out, but Gohan's the moneyline favorite. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look. See, let me see if I can get a point. Where's the other A-? It's just Bombshell. Bombshell's ass. Might be good for a show bet. Right turf soft. Allowance carrying 7 pounds, 3rd and 4 horse race. Handicap, no weight carried, 3rd and 4 horse race. Dog shit in the restricted stake. 3rd out of 12, going 8 furlongs. 7th out of 10, going 10. So this horse just doesn't like to run. Shit horse. Maybe show bet. But even still, maybe a show bet. Keep it open to, interpretation, as they say. Playa. Let's check out what lead has. No weight carried. First time for everything. It is an A. It does get like a massive weight discount. Lost to Gohan here, and that's the one that would be alright. Beanie. Low bottoms. Check out lower bottoms. Third and a fucking claimer. Damn, this race sucks. There's no leadings. This might be a no bet. Or I just might hammer someone in the show and let other people try and take my money. 35K. I think I went in for this horse too. Damn. Let's go. Devo got it. Good for him. Got free money. Free money. See, if you have the time, you don't want to rush, just scour the claimer. Sometimes you just find a filly in there and you just win the coin flip. It's not even terrible. Like, you should be able to race it for a little bit more to the end of the month, and then he'll retire and breed it likely. Has no 1 of 1, which is great, so you can breed up with it if you want to. Yeah, not bad. Bought for 35, and the first foal will probably pay for the mother, so good shit. Damn. Where are we leaning? This is tough. I think I'm just going to bet Bombshell Sauna. I'm just going to do a win show. I'm going to do a light win. Run it to 240. I'm going to hammer this fucker to show. This is the highest bet in show. 300, 500, so go 4. Maybe it'll entice other people to bet in the show pool. Alright, so we have the 4 only singled in this race. And then the third race, I think I'm just going with Lamborghini over the S in the 125. Yeah, rock shrimp or Nikon. Nikon's a betting favorite. I'm gonna bet Lamborghini. I forgot what the distinct difference was. I know Sours is on Nikon. Nikon's a 3-year-old. Has won a small field grade 3, so technically it should win this race. It really should. So maybe it's just fucking throwing money away. Maybe it's just a place bet on Lamborghini. But definitely want to get that in before we go look at the last race. And then the first race, actually, let's take a look. How much time do we have? That's it. Racing soon. All right, let me get Mo the link. We got 7 minutes until this race goes off. Wagering's closed. Let's see what our moneyline favorite is. Moneyline favorite, special star. What did I end up getting on my Barfly? All right, I got 13 to 1. Let's go. So what do we have here? I got Barfly across the board, and then the 1 and a 3 for show. 1 has 700 in the show pool, which is the favorite, so I'll get paid nothing. 3 has 500. It's third choice. I might make $1. And then Barfly off at 13 to 1. Let's fucking cash 13 to 1, please, dealer. Let's get that in there. All right, let me Mo this link. Bing bong. Oh shit, wrong link, Mo. Send you a nice little photo finish link. Copy, paste, away. All right, who had leans in race 1? You can let them out now. Now that wagering is closed. Let me go back and get my bet in for race 3, Lamborghini. I guess I'm just gonna bet the S to win and just hammer Lamborghini for second. I guess we'll do that. And then the last race we have 45 minutes. So all right, so my lean here. All right, Trot-on's got his bets in. Let me get my heavy on Nikon. 500 win. Then we'll take Lamborghini for the reason you got $1 million on for show. Place will end up being. I'll put something on Lamborghini for place and show, but I'm not gonna put a ton because fucking. We got time too. There's like 20 minutes for that race. 35 minutes for wagering. All right. Go chirp in Discord if you're here. Let people know, you know. Let them know we're in here making moves. 20. Right. And then the last race, I'll get loaded up in the machine. I need to use the little chef's room. I gotta take a piss, is what I'm trying to say. I shouldn't have said it out loud, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. This is real life, this is the real world, and sometimes you gotta do real things, alright? Drink a lot of beverages, you gotta use the urination station. Alright, so we'll get that loaded up. Mo's in the background. Mo, give me a minute. Be right back. Hold on, let me put a race up here real quick. Put this race up. Oh, jeez.
Ew. I know what that's all about.
Got me and it got me.
Yeah, sometimes I get you crazy about the boo-boos, don't it?
Yeah, it got me. It got me real good. What's going on, bud? How you been?
All right, man. How's life treating you?
Pretty good. Had a nice weekend. Got away to the country. Saw some fucking bald eagles and shit.
There you go. Oh, America.
Yeah, good old-fashioned America. Pardon me. All right, so hopefully we can get race one to go off this time, and we'll get some views on it. Since last week they didn't want us to have fun. They didn't want to see us make money last week. They just wanted to have the race results. But
oh, that's right. They run the first one last week. Yep.
Yeah, that was kind of rough, and that's the race we wanted to see. Well, I wanted to see, but. So what's up with Crandon, huh?
I mean, he's surviving. You know, I'm gonna race him, I guess, once a week at this rate. But yeah, I didn't shut him down. You know what? I hit a win with one of my better horses, and I was like, you know what, man? That was like $120 prize pool. So I was like, you know what? Let me just use that money and breed the 2 fillies I was gonna shut Crandon down to breed with. You know, so yeah, I've been running them. You know, and he'll hang. You know what I'm saying? He'll hang. But
his numbers are good too. Like his fleet figures aren't terrible, especially.
Yeah, that's 75 that he ran, right? I think it was a 75 on there. Was it 2 races ago? Or back there? It was, yeah, that was a hell of a race.
So you know what? And Sowers and I talked about the peak age shit because I had my 2-year-old that I ran up the wall.
Yeah, I was listening by then. Yeah,
good. And then now he's fired off 2 graded stakes for Ted racing, which is fine. He still has a long way to go to recoup that claiming price, but
so that was an S horse, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Crandon, like the way it's cashing and shit, you know what I mean? Like maybe 3-year-old is maybe that's it. That's it. Maybe just run his 3-year-old career and then kaputs.
Yeah, because I'll have 4 fillies to send him to in my barn internally. So at that rate, it's saving me like 200 and change a month. You know what I'm saying? Just shipping them there. So
yeah, he fucking stinks, Gooch. This dumb idiot buys a horse today and puts it in the wrong fucking race, going the wrong distance or going the wrong direction.
So sad.
Jesus fucking Christ! He did it in Beta 1 too. Beta 1, I said. Beta 1. I said.
Oh, race going off, isn't it?
All right, Beta 1. He did that shit, and he still hasn't learned. Fucking boggles my mind. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Nah. One of mine. Did I get a win today? I did get a win today. Oh yeah, let me bring your thing up. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the new Mario J mare. She's only gonna run until she's 3, I think, and then she's getting retired and bred. She's a nice little one. All right, we'll take it away. This one who do I have in here? Barfly. The 8.
Oh, was that my screen upside? That was my
fault.
You're
up. Go ahead.
I thought that was yours for some reason. My bad. Here we go. Give you guys some audio. All right, horses are at the gate. And they're up here in the DJ After Dark, race 1. Tropical Storm coming, breaks out to the lead, then comes Mississippi Secret. 3 matching balls there in 3rd in front of Barfly, Peg in 5th, and Sasa trotting along here in 6th. On the early going as this field heads down the backstretch for the first time in this 12 furlong left turning affair on the turf. Track is yielding and racing is good here on After Dark with DoughBoy. Mississippi Secret's going to hold the lead here up front. On the outside, there's Peg. Peg looking for Al. Where is Al? 3 matching balls there. Trots along here in 3rd. 9 pounds at 13-1. Along with, looks like a lot of other horses here at 12, 13-1. Barfly, Tropical Storm coming at 10-1, and Nocturnum. Now the last name here on the leaderboard as this field heads around the turn and down past the clubhouse for the first time. Mississippi Secret, though, is trying to bring this one home with ease, but she's got a long way to go. Assuming it's a she, but I'm not here to judge. Another break of 2. There comes 3 matching balls. Second coming, tucked in down the rail with a ground-saving trip. Tropical Storm coming even trots along here along with Nocturnum as these two are knocking boots. And I don't know what happened with Tropical Storm there. Might have clipped heels with Second Coming, and Second Coming is long gone here now down the rail. Special Star moves up, takes advantage of that, and Peg is now backtracking into 6th, 3/4 in the books, 117, as this field now is cruising around yet another turn. It feels like there's a lot of turns here today, and Mitsubishi Secret, though, is at the lead. Oh, I take it back, has lost the lead. Finally, Nocturnum has snuck in there when the announcer wasn't looking, and now it's Nocturnum pulls ahead here by 2.5, as we got about 4 furlongs to go here. Oh, Nocturnum up top. Mississippi Secret slides all the way back to about 3 lengths off the leader, right in front of Special Star. Peg moves up into 4th, Barfly still there in 5th, no change, and Tropical Storm coming now back in 6th, as this field is now starting to spread out a little bit like peanut butter and jelly. Spread it out as we got about 10 lengths from back to front, as Nocturnum trying to make it look easy, but has a challenger here. Hold up, it's Special Star. Special Star with a quick advance on the outside, but now retraces, and Nocturnum pulls ahead as Special Star is out of it, falls apart, and Barfly is all game here down the center of the track, but Nocturnum on the inside. Barfly, Disco Stew would wind the final effort, but all they can do is watch here as Nocturnum is going to bring this one home with 11 pounds on his back jack over Barfly and Special Star.
I talked about that horse to extent. I said, fuck this horse. This S- can't win. Blah, blah, blah. Hammer Barfly. Obviously, the horse I say ignore wins, and Barfly still gets the second, so we still get in there. Fuck, man. I hope someone in chat got that one. That was good. I don't know what his odds were. Fuck, man. I thought I was gonna get there. Fuck, that would have been a nice one to start with. Nocturnal, 12-1. That's a good bet. 12-1. Barfly 13-1 second. Fuck, we almost got him. Chat. We almost got him. Did anyone hit? Damn.
Yeah, I hit something.
That's. I tell you what, man. Some of these horses dropping dead, looking like the sniper picked them off.
That's fib. That's fib, man. Back in the beta, it was our inside joke on Friday night races, man. He would injure my horse every freaking race I put him in prime time. He would wipe out my horses, bro. That's fib. It's fib in the stands, dude, with the sniper rifle, just chilling. Yeah, when they stop like that, I feel like they're just gonna they got injured, and then everything's good to go from there. Damn, I'm not. So you and Mike were talking. Sorry, you and Mike were talking earlier about some horses that didn't make sense or whatever, and you look at the tickets, and you're like, oh, it's a sprinter, right? The horse that I have up here is the exact type of horse you guys were talking about. Drop Zone is nice. I looked at this one. Yeah, so this Drop Zone horse, so if you look at the parents on it, right, like A+ with the S- start, S- speed, I mean the A stam. Alright, you got the S- finish, I'll give him that. But then you go to the mom. Sorry. Oh, my bad. I mean, it makes no difference. You're still talking.
Yeah, we're good. But then the mom is interesting because she just seems to accept whatever you put into it. If you put speed into it, she'll accept it. If you put distance, she'll accept it.
That's good.
It's also the mom of Dice Man, who's 9 wins out of 23 races.
It's another nice one I see you. That's the isn't that the Syndicate, the new Syndicate?
No, that's the Drop Zone horse.
Oh, that's the one you named after the race caller, right?
Well, Dice Man's after Andrew Dice Clay.
I thought you named
Dice
that
Man
one of the handicappers.
No, not Dice Man. But that's from Mike. That's from Mike's barn out of Diablo. I love this horse.
You were talking about him last week, Diablo.
Yeah. Well, I got a Philly version of him. That's a grade up. It's an A. So I'm super excited for that one. But
nice.
But yeah, man. Nothing that I run in these handicap races tonight though. There was nothing available.
Yeah. All right. So we got
Thursday night though. Thursday night will be fun.
Thursday night you'll have more race options because Fib loves you and doesn't love DoughBoy. Fib.
I think it was it's race 2. I think that I'm getting into with McFly. So I guess it would have snuck in on your Tuesday night show too. But hey, listen, man. I tell him every time I talk to him.
I know. I just bust his chops. I just love it. It's just
me too. Yeah.
I think he's mad because I haven't invited him on. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. Maybe I hurt his feelings because I don't want to hang out with him. Or maybe he thinks I don't want to hang out with him. It's not that. It's not that, buddy. I promise it's not that. Be my friend again. What are you doing to me?
I'll invite him on. He just invites himself on. He hits me up. He said, "What time?" I said, "Oh shit,
yeah, I mean,
like that."
Like I said, the way I try and do it, like the first hour, I like to have a little bullshit banter, and then try to have the first hour. But you know, it's hard to not talk about this game. Like you can just go on rambling about certain strategies for just listen to Stens. He never shuts up. Like it's crazy. Like that's why you should go there for like all the strategy, because he just spews. He doesn't hold back. I mean, he holds some back, but he spews, and it's knowledgeable. So people are still looking for like that extra boost above the other people. Stens is one that definitely will guide you to the light.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to find my notes from the last seminar he did. But I mean, it's so good, man. Like it's like you said, when it comes to like the data, the ticket history, and like the lore and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, man. Between him and you got like all the guys you bring on, you know what I'm saying, like the Mr. B's and RVAs and the Wolops and these guys who are like, yeah, the Astro, with the blah blah blah, the farmer ticket, and I'm like, banging with the banker, 992 exactly, and I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna let you guys handle that shit.
That's how they know what they're talking about, though.
Of course.
They've been here since then. That's why they have been here that long. Like,
but they might not analyze the data the same way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
what
they're
talking
the thing.
about. But I just don't speak that way. Like I'll call it ticket taker or Astro. Like, I like the we'll call it the remedial way. It's the easy level. I'll take that one. Sometimes you got to go in easy mode, and I need that. So. But yeah, expert level advice comes from that area, and then stats and shit is MJ, and then general shenanigans and race calling is from you, and then fucking spewing at the mouth is pretty much from me.
No, you're like the glue, man. You're like the glue because you have like all the different pieces on with you. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of like bring it all together, and that's we need that shit too. So.
I like the round.
Don't discount what you do, man. Like what you're doing is super important. So
I definitely enjoy. It's easy. Like on reveal day it was 4 hours. I always do 4 hours on reveal day, and it's just like if I have people come on, it just makes the 4 hours better. It sucks because I don't know how to edit the stuff on YouTube to be like, all right, Mr. B was on at hour 2, and from here to there. Like I can't.
Oh, you don't know how to do that?
No, not yet.
You do it in the comment. I'll send you a link. It's pretty easy. You just actually put the times in the comment, like on the link. All right, this.
Yeah, I got to do tutorials because I got to figure out.
Yeah, I got you.
That setup and all that shit too, but
I can just set up for that.
Here. So good luck to everybody.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I'll go full screen.
Yep.
All right, we are back at the track, Jack. Another race here on After Dark. Online. Shing Moon Racecourse, and they're racing. Sausage Potatoes breaks out along with Gohan. Lord Bottom's there for third. Beanie trots along here in fourth along with Muffy, Von Schlitz, and Archveer. Archveer in sixth. These names are going to get out of control within the next few seasons. I can already feel it. But this field for now, it's going to be Beanies. Beanies racing up top here with Beanie, the horse, in this 12 furlong right turning affair on the turf. And that just threw me off. Opening quarter in 26 and change. They are in no hurry here tonight, chat. As Beanie now tries to pull away here, but Gohan says, nope, I got something for you, and comes pulling up alongside with 9 furlongs left to go. Another break. There comes Lord Bottoms, about 2.5 off these two up front. Archveer now moves up to fourth. Then comes No Further Danger. 4 pounds on their back, and their Mummy's Pet now in sixth here. As this field heads past the clubhouse for the first time, half mile and 52 and change. And everybody waved to your current leader. It's Beanie. Beanie now trying to hold steady here. Please don't make me look silly past the wire. And it actually was close, but Archveer now takes over the lead over Beanie. Maybe you want to wave to him, but wave goodbye to both of them as these two are out of here. out of here and opened up by 7 or 8 even over a player who now sneaks up the rail in the 3rd. Lord Bottoms backtracks into 4th. Gohan still there in 5th, hanging tough with Mummy's Pet. And Mummy's Pet now off the board, makes room for Muffy. Must be tennis time somewhere because Muffy is on the move. Down the backstretch we go here, and Beanie now has decided to make a one-trick pony race out of this one, and now opens up from Archveer by 3. Lord Bottom still there in 3rd, trots along in tracking distance. Gohan now moves up into 4th. Muffy also improving position in 5th, and no further danger back into 6th. And 9-1 here, 1 mile in the books as this field is starting to spread out. Around the far turn we go though, and it's still Beanie. Beanie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes it's about 7 lengths between you and me as Beanie tries to pull this one home as Archveer just can't keep up. Off the top of the turn down, and it's Beanie there. Lead is collapsing though as Archveer is off the rail looking for tail. Gohan still in full board, Lord Bottom's there, but it's going to be a one-horse race here down the backstretch as Beanie, or down the home stretch even, as the announcer is clearly in another dimension. And Beanie is going to take this one home, also another dimension over Archveer and Lord Bottoms.
Jesus.
We got mushed. That race was hard to handicap. Anyone in chat get there? That was one where there wasn't really a lot of like numbers to look at. Like most of the horses that ran the allowances and handicaps ran the allowance races where they were gifted the weight packs. So
Yep.
fair field there, but like yeah, that was a tough one. I was on the 4 and ran like shit, so good for me. Who ended up winning that?
Oh Lord.
The 6.
You would think I would know these things. The 6.
Nobody bet it. 3rd time wins that.
Good old Beanie.
You let the house win. That sucks.
Never let the house win, chat. Not financial
Damn,
advice.
the house just scooped. Oh.
You got to try really hard to lose money on a photo finish right now. You know that?
That's the second time I saw that happen in 5 days. Where the house
Second
won.
time from 3rd time.
Jesus. 17-1. They got everything. They're rich.
I had a nice little bet on Dice Man the other night. People were disrespecting him. Other people were putting bets in. And I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. And the team put liquidity in on it. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I put $5 on him, man. I cashed out for the win for like whatever it was. It was a nice little hefty, payday. And then the bet, I was like, let's go.
It's nice. I'm going to put my page back up. It's nice because when you hit on one of these races, I remember the first couple After Dark races that were up. I hit on B pluses. And the one was like 27-1 for like 300 Derby. That's
Hell yeah.
nice. Like just one of those is enough to like help the stable with racing funds, like potentially put you closer to buying something. Like it's nice. But yeah, shout out to the house. I guess Jesus Christ, the house. Can't believe it. The 8 was show. The 8 had a show bet, so that one actually pays out nice because the favorite was the 9, the 4, and the 6 in the show pool. And none of them hit, so that's actually going to pay pretty good. So congrats to whoever that was. Who had Gohan? 3 horses with no win. Yeah. And one of them hit. Someone had to have Gohan. We did talk about that horse a little bit. I think I said I didn't like, or not Gohan, Lord Bottoms. Gohan ran 4th. Ugh.
You don't mess with the Gohan.
You don't. But yeah, good on the house, I guess. It's so gross. We should all be ashamed of ourselves. Every single one of us. We let the house win. What the fuck? Are you happy there? Are you happy now, Fib? Is that good enough? Now can I be your friend again? The house won. Be my friend again. Be my friend. Damn, we got 23 minutes. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of time.
That is a lot of
13
time.
minutes until this closes. All right, maybe we can get some more juice in the pool here. It's probably Sours likes Nikon, and it probably is Nikon. Nikon probably wins this race. I put a big bet on the win. Not big enough. I'm chasing a little bit here. I lost a little bit on that last race. And slightly even on the first race. I might be down like 97.30. So $1. Whoa. Down like $5 on the last race. But Nikon goes off to 2.5 to 1. Like, that's pretty nice. It happened last week where we had the situation where an S ended up going like 2.5 to 1, but I went with the second place finisher, obviously. So it didn't really work out. But chat, if you see any other angles as to where Nikon doesn't win this race,
speak now.
And you don't like Lamborghini, I think Lamborghini, if Nikon wasn't here, wins it. And maybe this World Lamborghini hooks him. You know, I've seen other stuff happen. But yeah, I have a win bet on Nikon, and I have a place and show bet on Lamborghini, and that's where I'm at.
There it is.
That's all I got to say about that. Damn,
yeah, my magic shows.
For the last 2 weeks, the company I work for, was sold to Chobani Yogurt a few years ago. And Chobani Yogurt just sold like 35 or 40% of the company to Dr. Pepper. So I'm trying to get these motherfuckers to get Dr. Pepper dispensers inside the restaurant so I can have Dr. Pepper at work. I don't really drink soda, but I will drink the shit out of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I can get Dr. Pepper every now and then.
It's delicious. Even though all the flavors that they make, it doesn't matter. It still tastes like Dr. Pepper. Like, flavoring is whatever. It's just like,
if you like Dr. Pepper, they got that new Coke, that AI Coke. Ugh. And it's got like a, I won't say it's got like a Dr. Peppery, but I swear it's like a raspberry, almost like aftertaste.
The raspberry Dr. Pepper wasn't that bad. I did enjoy that. Yeah,
I kind of like this AI Coke. It's actually pretty dope. But cherry vanilla Coke will always be king.
The cherry vanilla I liked. I mean, I like cherry Coke. That's about it.
Yeah.
But when I'm in Mexico, I'll drink Coke out of the glass bottle because it's real.
Oh, you gotta.
Any chance I can take advantage of glass bottle soda, I will take advantage of it. Fucking delicious. Muy delicious, though. All right, so you have any other updates from your stable? I saw you post a couple of them today.
Actually, I had an interesting one tonight. You know, you want to talk about like just speaking things into existence. You look at Gone in 60. It's she just won a race. It's an A filly. So I bought it as a 2-year-old the other day, and I didn't really have a good place to race it. So I tried it 4 and 6, but my uncle came up with the name because we split it. And he said Gone in 60, right? And if you think about usually about 5 furlongs, it's about a minute. Yeah. So I was like, so that's why and it turned out that 5, man, she came out tonight and ran an insane 5 furlongs. So I was happy to see that. That was a pretty good little update.
Oh, that's nice. You got the weight advantage, but still, there was a couple A pluses.
But it's still nice to see her at least come out and fire at least.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
Then, dude, if you saw that tweet from Drop Zone, man, him crossing the wire with nobody on the screen, that was like one of the wildest things I've seen. At 11 furlongs, like he was pulling away, dude. Like there was nobody else in sight. It was crazy. I was like, damn, that was impressive.
My computer's freezing up.
Oh shit!
I don't like this.
You opened up one too many tabs.
I think so. Am I frozen on the stream? Yeah.
You're back now.
All right, there we go. We'll close out some of this shit.
But yeah, I don't know, man. There's something about watching like special types of horses. Like I've run so many horses right now, especially now I got freaking 40 in there. But certain horses, man, I just love watching. I'll put them in any race. I'll spend any amount of money on them. But
my old man won a race today. I was very happy about that. It was a good race. That's his second. I've run in 2 last 5 allowances.
Oh, that one you posted?
He's 2 for 2. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna watch that race. That was a hell of a race for an older horse. Because my old horses are shit. They do nothing.
I mean, he's a 22 boost. Like he's a good A-. I just like A- at RTF was so hard. It was so hard because like even like cross streams is still running, and Ready Set Brooklyn only retired last month. So like the sprinting stakes at A minus, dude, they were so brutal. Like I mean, I got over on them a couple times, but like anytime I was racing, it was cross streams or Ready Set Brooklyn always winning, and I was always second or third behind them, and it just sucked. But yeah, he was too hard, but he definitely ran his heart out in this race. It was pretty good. I was very proud of him for being the old man. He's still kicking.
Yeah, it was a good.
I don't know.
It was a good little payout.
He'll probably sit in for $50, and when I get a shitty horse, I'll breed with him.
I mean, you gotta. At some point, you might not rush out to do it right away, but at some point, you're gonna have to kick out the bloodline, right? So.
I mean, he's really nothing special. He has solid. I'm interested to see what the reveal is. That's one thing, I guess.
Well, I'll just say, if it was me, I have like a weird attachment to these things sometimes. I'm like, man, like Boy Named Sue, yeah, it's a B. I mean, it's an insane B horse, but like I've bred him out twice in the just previous breeding season. I actually bred him with my LDF. He's an LDS, but I bred him with an LDF just for the hell of it, and just because we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like he has solid stats. Like these stats aren't terrible. I just don't know what the reveal's gonna be.
What's the ticket on it? I can't see it from here. What's the stats on the ticket?
3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So 3 small, 3 speed, 3 stamina, 2 finish, 2 hard, 2 temper, and then 3 right, 2.5, 2.5. Like that's pretty solid. But obviously there are like he's a 22. There's better. Right. There's 24 boost A minuses out there, but like I don't know how many times this combination was bred or how many times, how many siblings he has and all that shit. So,
right.
If anything, he'll just become an in-house fuck around and find out, But yeah, he's not bad little horse.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect A minuses to get too much love on the market, the breeding market at least.
Yeah, like he's just, I paid $350 for him. The day after season 1.
You gotta be proud.
After the game started, and he's just been my learning horse. Like that's what he was. He was my learning horse. It was a good learning horse to start with, but I got crowned with him. I'm definitely behind on the ledger. Took a beating in a couple high stakes races, but he's won the $20 handicaps. He's just old now, so he's getting lapped. But the last 5 allowance really helped him out. That was pretty cool. But yeah.
Yeah, I need to see more of those, the last 5s. I don't know what's up there. There's something weird with the schedule. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think I have kind of put my finger on it, but I don't know if I agree with it. With kind of how, like, I know with a few of my horses at least, I've priced myself out of just, like, anything under $20-25, and I'm like, I get it, but it kind of sucks. Like, you get some lucky-ass wins against some weak fields. It's like, man, give me, like, one every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Make the other ones, like, more consistent. I get it, but damn, I just feel like I'm getting screwed on some of this shit.
14 minutes, 4 minutes until wagering closes. And nothing's really changed, I don't think. He's going down like 2 cents. So great. Let's see what's going on.
Get your picks in, chat. Get your picks in.
Everyone's in Discord always pumping these stingers, these races. No one's active. Everyone's sleeping. I get that. Tuesday night. Who the fuck wants to be awake right now? Degenerates. That's about it.
Yeah, Thursday nights have been horrible now with football. Like, I've noticed a huge issue of viewership on that.
It's rough.
And we've had bad games. Like, when it's a good game on Thursday night, like, there's gonna be nobody. I might not even be paying attention.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Maybe they just move it off Thursday and do it earlier, potentially, if it works. I mean, it's not
we thought about it. Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon racing, whatever.
Well, yeah, Third Time Thursday originally was 4 p.m. Eastern. Then we moved it to 7 p.m. Eastern. And then we had better viewership at 7 p.m. And then we went to After Dark because the After Dark just made sense at 11.
It's, I mean, you get your people at 7. So if you have to, Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, you want to stream when people are available, but obviously, football takes priority over a lot of things.
Yeah, football's life. I mean, unless you're a Jets fan like me, then, well, thankfully I grew up a Niners fan, so I always have that to fall back on. I'm like, you know what? At least my Niners are undefeated. But if you're a Jets fan, it's a miserable, miserable life right now.
Listen, it's not, you know, you don't choose it; it chooses you. All right, that's just how it works. It chooses you.
Yeah, I didn't choose the Jets, man. Trust me. Nobody chooses that type of torture.
See if there's any more crazy buys yet. Since we saw Lady Shore.
That was a hell of a sale.
Yeah, it was up for a couple days.
But
it was up for a couple of days, but it's gonna be. I'm interested to see the foals that come out of it. I think that was mainly. I mean, it did have one race and one win, but I think that was mainly for breeding.
Right.
But they'll get the 2-year-old season to race. But yeah, I mean, the race it won. I'm not really impressed because you know the 2 A+ beat a fucking S, and you beat 2 A+. So cool, you won. But let me see the next race. I mean, the horse is well bred. So
yeah, that's the one I have the biscuit, right? Dead Biscuit, as I like to call him.
Yeah, DB Squeak.
Biscuit. Yeah, I've had some interesting offers on Mojita, but I'm not gonna sell her, man.
Not doing it. Can't make me.
Yeah, I was offered like more than double what I paid for her.
I'm thinking about going and making an offer on a horse that I sold, I should say. And see if I can get it back for a little bit of a tax.
I mean, Mikey said it earlier, dude. Listen, you know, if you catch data if you catch the data, and you can, you know, it only costs him $500, so.
And he's not on Twitter, so I don't know. What do you do from there? You know?
Yeah.
Until we get maybe some in-game chat, which I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not.
I mean, it might be good for some stuff, but it turns into PlayStation. Like when I played Madden and shit competitively, it was like after every game, F you asshole, blah 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 blah. Yeah. You got lucky. It's just like
I mean, that'll happen because people making wagers and don't know how to control their emotions. You know, that shit'll happen.
That is true.
It is what it is. All right, 1 minute, actually 10 seconds. Get your last minutes in.
Oh, the pool closes, right? Yeah.
Yep. It looks like the odds didn't really budge. I put a little bit more on the 7. I can't wait. I cannot wait to get scooped and this horse runs second. That's going to be my all-time favorite. And Lamborghini wins. That's going to be fucking great. But it looks like it's spread out pretty good. I mean, the A+ likely has 0 chance of winning this race. So the 80 that was sprinkled on it was a sprinkle indeed. Caldrogo race record looks nice.
God, I love the color on the horse.
I hate it. I don't like it. It's not a real.
I know you don't. I know you don't, but I.
It's fair. Everyone's entitled to what they like.
I'll take a little bit of an escape from reality when it comes to that. Outside of that,
I need a gray horse in my stable. Those are my favorite. I always wanted a gray horse, and I never fucking got one in real life. So I gotta get one. The one that I really like is, I don't know if you were listening when we were chatting about Derby contenders. Is SoCal's Bug Passion. God damn.
Yes, you brought it up. Yeah.
That horse is beautiful, and that horse.
That was what Mike asked to bookmark or something. He was like, "What horse was that?" Because I said the same thing. I was like, "Yeah, what horse was that? Say it again."
Yeah, I'll tell everyone. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough. There's gonna be some S pluses out there that it might be slightly better, but
yeah,
that horse can run. Hopefully, it just carries over to a 3-year-old season. It doesn't like drop off the fucking peak, because that would suck. That's like the one horse I sold out of our stable, Rooney. It was 4 for 4 up until today, and it ran third for so to break the streak. But we sold her for let me try and do this math real quick. 0, 0, 0. Yeah, we sold her. I think we sold her for 450,000. 450,000 Derby.
Shit.
And she started off 4 for 4. So that just makes I bred that combo 5 times. So that's you like to see that. But the first 2 foals from her we sold to get out of the red and get into the green a little bit and have some playing around money.
Yeah.
Zook wasted already, so that's great. Fucking guy.
Cut Zook some slack, man. He's trying his best. He's trying his best, DoughBoy.
Yeah, I know. It's like he never learns his lesson. I tell him that every time. He never learns his lesson. But he did find the only S- filly listed on the market and Sweet Jenny, and worked out. I got a sweet deal from Mr. B on that one, and she turned out to be a pretty good horse so far. So that one's definitely getting retired early, I think, and getting bred next month. So that's nice. But yeah, he just wanted to add another filly to the stable. I think he added 2 this week. So yeah.
I mean, I'd add them up, brother. I mean, I added 2 more. I mean, again, you got to try really, really hard to lose money right now for the finish. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Like, it's not financial advice, but
me and my friend Tish, who have the mare Grimwald, like, we didn't have a solidified deal in place, and we just in season 7 or whatever season we're in, we just got our deal finalized. And just make sure if you're partnering with people on stables, make sure you have your fucking deals in place before anything happens. But I sold a horse and we had one claimed for 100,000, and I'm like, yo, we got to figure out what the fuck we're doing here because we have money in the account now.
Yep.
But yeah, now we're good. We settled up, and now we're actually 50-50 partners on that stable, which is beautiful because we are off to a good start so far. And there's only one way to go from there. It's up and away. But the filly that I named last week on the stream, I've got a handful of races in with her, and she looks to be pretty promising. She won a grade 3, 2 starts back, finished 3rd in a restricted stakes, ran a good 5th in another restricted stakes, and then ran 2nd off preference in a sloppy stakes. But 4-horse field. But still, stats are stats. But she's looking like her mother, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
She's getting retired at the end of the season, and she's going to Night Saturn, and we are gonna fuck around and find out. Real nice. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be hard pressed to keep any fillies racing. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, that's what I had to tell him today, because he's like, well, why don't we just keep her racing? I'm like, dude, like, put it this way: if we win, 5 of our 6 races that we do in the 3-year-old season, if we cherry pick, or if we win 9 of 10, that's still not more than what her first foal could sell for.
Exactly.
Like
at that level, right? At the level you're talking about, exactly. Right now, at this point of the ecosystem, you have to do it. It's
so, like, at the end of the season, we'll have her mother at S-, and then we'll have her foal at S-, and we'll be able to go 2 different ways with them. So it's like, that's kind of nice. And we're looking to add a mare. I'm going to try and find something in Left Dirt Firm or Left Dirt, like, Half Star Soft or something that I can breed and fuck around and find out a little bit more with. Because I want to win. Obviously, everyone in real horse racing, the goal is to win a derby. I do want to compete in this virtual derby, so I told him, I was like, we should probably try and get our foot in the door.
I've spent quite a bit of money already trying to work out that dream. But my dream is to get Boy Named Sue from a B and get that bloodline to the Derby. Like that's my main goal.
Like you got a little bit to go there, but you did mention that was your goal. So that's.
So I got a few fillies. I got the stepping stone fillies that I need. I just need to breed. I got to breed one good filly on the way up, and then I got the colt that I can go to basically after that, and it's one more step. So yeah, I got one more piece I'll have to put into place, but it's fun, man. I love this shit.
I didn't look at this race, damn it. We have 3 minutes to pick here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to...
Oh, there was another race to handicap? I didn't even know.
Yeah, there's two. The two claiming. This is the other claiming race is up in a couple minutes. If you have it ready on your screen, I'm gonna try and throw this into the MJ machine real quick and see if we can't get something going. Damn, I'm sorry, chat. You let us up here fucking jib jabbing. You gotta say something. Yell at us.
Oh, I blame chat all the time, dude. Like if you guys
I
don't
don't
keep
like
me
to blame
honest, I'm
chat,
gonna chat.
I don't like to blame them, but you know,
I mean, you gotta keep them honest, bro.
I'm here to handicap, not jib jab. You do both at the same time. That's multitasking. All right, so 8 furlongs, right dirt, yielding. Down to 9. All right, everyone's fucking been to this dance before. Let's go. Everyone's been to this dance before. This is gonna be a competitive race. Let's go here. Nikon hands down. Yeah, that's what the consensus. And 2-1, 2.5 to 1 closing is kind of really nice. Where are we at on that? We have a couple more minutes for that.
Yep, 152.
Nice, let's go. This is gonna be a nice race to handicap too. Everything has game here. I guess it just comes down to the number or the letter. 3 S minuses, 2 A pluses. So it's pretty even. Pretty even. Rex Ivy has a win, second to third, and 9 starts, so not bad. And Pan Al Mertels is 6 for 6 on podiums, 2, 2, and 2, and 6 starts. That's looking kind of nice. I'm just actually gonna bet that horse. I know there's King's Curiosity, but this is this looks like the horse that I had claimed for 100K from me. Also by Ace King, nice. Except mine turned around at 3 years old and peaked, and now it's winning graded races, motherfucker. I should have known better. Yeah, I'm gonna bet Myrtle. Fuck it.
Taking it to the wire, chat. 45 seconds. Get your picks in.
Yeah, man. Damn, someone here bet a shit ton in show. Well, I'm not gonna bet. I'm just gonna bet the win. No, that's it. I'm just gonna bet the 2. I'm gonna take a shot on the dog. Beat the S, the shitty S. All right, you got the race up there?
Yes, I do.
All right, got you on. 17 seconds until showtime. What do I have here? Oh, this is the Nikon race. Yeah. This should be a very easy win, and everyone should have cashed on this. But I'm not gonna, I'm not trying to black flag it. Good luck to everyone.
Right.
Here it comes. Second. Can't wait.
All right. Go.
All right, it's claiming time. Hope you brought your checkbooks or your Solana wallets. There, in the gate. And they're off in the big risk after dark. Race 1 is S. Haddo. Runner out to the lead. Smoking Persian also flashes speed in front of Nikon there on the outside. Rock Shrimp up for 4th, followed by Cal Drogo in 5th. And Brother Cheddar going to round out the leaderboard here as this field is tight. Heading around the opening turn, and there's 4 furlong left turning up there in the dirt. And that makes it only turn. 4 furlongs, but Smoking Persian, as I'm too busy yapping now, takes the lead at the turn. And now it's Smoking Persian up top. But here comes Lamborghini. Rev them up, and here we go. It's Lamborghini down the center of the track and starts to pull away. Brother Cheddar might have called it a day. Anybody else coming? Knock, knock, knock. It's nobody. It's going to be Lamborghini bringing this one home with ease over Smoking Persian and Shadow.
I'm the smartest person in the world. I don't even take my own fucking advice. Ah!
Shit. See, I was gonna put the pick in.
God damn it. Oh my god. Why am I the way I am?
We could have taken off work tomorrow, DoughBoy. We could have retired.
Why am I so smart and so stupid? For fuck's sakes. Obviously, I knew that was going to happen. I put the win bet on Nikon, and then I fucking hedge a little bit with Lamborghini, and Lamborghini wins it. So now I get I was second favorite in the place pool, and I'm not getting a payday. That's what I get for not betting win this time around. Stupid S horses. God, I should have known it was a shit S horse. All these S horses are just shit. They can't run for anything. Where'd Rock Shrimp finish? Where'd this guy finish? Let me see here. Yeah, someone checked the servers. Everyone got robbed. Jeez. Both S's finished last and next to last. Jesus Christ. A+ finished second. I counted the A+ out also. I said no chance. Jeez, that's a little bit of... That's interesting, to say the least. That's very interesting.
I mean, that Lambo, like you said, man, Lambo was too good.
Give them out. I just don't listen to myself. That's it. Just don't listen. I mean, I had place and show, but there's not enough in there to make it worthwhile. I'd probably break even, and then I lose my win bets. So just punting money away this week and not listening to myself. Paid the S- in the handicap. S- wins 13-1. We run second. Paid the S- in the claiming race. Bet the S to win. S shits the bed. S- wins it. One day, dude. Thank God I'm not paid by a company to give these picks out. I lost my job last week.
I don't know about that, because you probably still have a higher win percentage than most other people.
I've hit on a few, and the ones I've hit on are pretty
You and
good.
Lacey are pretty damn accurate.
I gotta get Lacey. I gotta see what her schedule is. I want her to come up and do some handicapping with me next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think like you, Herb, Sowers, Devo, if you have some interesting
That's a
wagering
right there.
discussions. Yeah.
That's a nice panel. Official results. Let's see what the payouts were. Fucking A. I definitely, and I bet more on Nikon at the end. Yeah, I got scooped down bad. Ugh, how much Crown did we make today? I wish I could bet in Crown too. That would be nice. Or at least have a way to swap it in case, just in case.
Yeah, trust me,
if
I get asked that question like 3 times a day from different people.
Yeah, I guess you can't really like tie it to race entry because it fluctuates. But I mean, I guess you could.
I guess you can't really do the swap because then you become like a financial institution or some shit when you start tying that in, right? So yeah, I don't. Yeah, it sucks though having to like, send it out, especially when I'm trying to, have new people come in that just don't do crypto.
Jesus Christ! Everyone got scooped on the ass.
Wow, dead last, huh?
Damn, 5-1.
Yeesh.
Ugh. I hope someone in chat listened to me and bet this horse to win and wasn't a complete dumbass like me, because I double up. Yeah, so I lose 500. Lose 440. Ugh, so bad. I lack discipline. I lack discipline. All right, the last one of the night. And I went with the A+ in this one. So fuck this S horse. Now the S horse is going to win. Now the S is going to win. And the race starts in 4 minutes. So that's it. That's the money line favorite, or the closing favorite.
Yeah.
I get 8.5-1 on the 2. Come on, A+. Show me what you're made of. Max Boost. Look at preferences. Jesus. So many preferences on one horse. All right. You got your screen on the back?
Oh shit, I stopped sharing? Oh, I did.
Yeah, I mean, we have 3 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the S that I ended up getting scooped for 100K out of the claimer was, I'm not mad at it. I was telling Sowers, like, I essentially was in, like,
oh, the gambler horse, yeah.
I was essentially in 400 from racing, but with all the Crown, I was even plus. So like the only expense was the breed cost, and it was Ace King first cycle, so it was It was $350, I think.
Yeah.
$350 the first time, and then claiming was $100K, which is $1,250. So like we made out, you know. I got to test the horse out, made out, and then he peaked at 3. So good for Ted Racing. Hope they can make the $100K back.
I mean, you still own the mother, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's so hard to just not, get out of the negatives here because man, you own the mother, you own the parents. Just go back to Ace King, pay whatever the hell they're charging because you can get some good shit. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's crazy.
I've just been rotating between Ace King and Zeus each month.
Yep.
And
Smart.
And this month we got our Zeus baby, full sister to the S- that we have, the same breed, but we got an S and we gained a star in the Fern preference. We gained a half a star. So we got boosted a letter and we gained a little bit. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to take my fillies and just throw them at sires that I think are good. And if I don't stop until I get the filly.
Yeah.
So like I was gonna keep going to Mike Sowers every month for Diablo until I got that A filly like I did. So now I get to take a month off, but the next month I'm going right back to Diablo. Mike, don't raise the price, please. I know you're in chat. But yeah, because that to me that's one of the most underrated sprinters over at that level. That horse is insane.
That's why I only had 2 horses to breed, so it's like that's why I need to find one for the DB and T racing. I need to find another filly, and like I want to find a left dirt firm or like a left dirt soft half star pref or 1 star pref, something that I can swing over or have utility in both. But
smart.
Again, the target is to win the Derby, or win one of the future whatever cup races they call it at the end of the day, where they have different age groups for championships. But yeah, I'm here for it. Definitely here for it.
And that's gonna be, that could also rely on the track owners, right? The majority owners. Like if they decide to start running, like if D Stables, whatever, decides to, start running, massive sponsored tournaments, and say, hey, this is the annual, whatever Nike Sprint Championship Series, right? I mean, you could still always potentially have that title, whether or not it's a real title, right? I mean, these things will, I think, exist.
Yeah.
What's up, Gooch? Yes, she did. Thank you. I was very happy to see that. I think Gooch said he was watching that horse.
Yep, you're up. You got you on.
Yep, here we go. Like I said, I download the race now just so I can have the audio and lower it at the same time. All right.
All right, race fans, we got one more for you. It's the nightcap. Oh, man, it's dark. That's right, Gooch sold to me. Sorry, Gooch. Apparently I've lost my mind. But they're all locked up. And they're rolling here. It's Rex Ivy's going to shoot out to the lead. Payne Ox Myrtilus, also there, remember that name. King of Generosity, trots along here in third in front of Alpha Strong. Then it's 2 Match Hatch in the green silks in 5th, followed by War Dog. Rounds out the leaderboard here in the 6-horse field. Around the first turn they go, 8 furlong, right turning up there in the dirt. Track is yielded and racing is quick up top for Payne Ox Myrtilus. Payne Ox Myrtilus, as I got indigestion, was joined by Rex Ivy there for a split second, but Rex Ivy decided to backtrack and let Payne Ox Myrtilus run off on her own. Opening quarter there in a quick 24 and change. How about 2 here from the leader? Rex Ivy tries to move up and does so down at the rail. On the outside comes War Dog, 2 Match Hatch still there in 4th. Alpha Strong 5th, and King of Generosity slides back into 6th here. Half mile and 49 change. And they're starting to catch the leader here as War Dog and 2 Match Hatch are gearing up. Half mile 49. Payne Ox Myrtilus trying to hold on here, but look on the outside. You got company, it's War Dog who slides up. Rex Ivy there, now off the rail with a premature move, but Payne Ox Myrtilus has not been phased 1 iota. And just like that, War Dog actually took offense and shoots to the lead. And now it's Payne off Martillis, who falls apart like an old Buick on the side of the road. But it's War Dog now who leads by 2.5. King of Generosity with one final boost. But it might be too little too late, as War Dog is running away with this one over King of Generosity, and Payne off Martillis got back up for third.
Drop the X.
Drop the X.
Yeah, it's French.
Oh, and I failed French 2 years in a row. I probably should pick up on that, but on the fly, I'm like Ron Burgundy, bro. I'll read whatever the hell is on the screen.
It's a French pound cake.
Pan O Martillus?
Yeah.
Is it Martils? Oh god, you guys are gonna confuse the crap out of me.
Something like that, Martils. Yeah, you better freshen up because that stable is I know the stable from Zed. They had this horse and they sold it. Hold on. I almost bought this horse. Shit. It's Alex Bakery, yeah.
Alex Bakery, yeah.
They name everything after French pastry.
Well, I mean, listen.
The other game, and they're doing it here too.
I mean, I'm down with it, and I've told people this from the get-go, like last October when we started doing this. If I mispronounce your horse's name, reach out to me on Twitter, reach out to me on Discord, correct me if you'd like. I still can't promise I'll say it correctly, but I'll do my best.
They also have Coca-Cola in their stable.
There we go.
But yeah, everything's French. French bread, French pastry, except for the horses that they bought. Quiche fucking Lorraine, let's go, baby. Quiche Lorraine, nice.
I dig it. They're gonna make me really hungry though during the races.
When you coming over, homie? I've been waiting for you over here. The water's fresh. You come have some fun, just like the old days. I used to stream with him back in the day. It was always a good time. Much love to you, homie.
Good stuff, man.
I'd like for him to dip his toes in and come back over. I don't know if you remember the horse Diamonds from Zed. He's the one that bought it unraced, unnamed, unraced, unbred, and spiked with it. Would have been a dope story if everything went on, but it was a dope story at the time. Fucking paid $2.5 for a horse that was worth. I forgot what he sold it for at the end, but the horse made so much money. That was the Variance King. Jesus Christ, that horse was so good.
Yeah, my time in that space was very short-lived. I knew I met Lacey through there, Bot Lady, some other people like Poppy Crypto was the main guy who I, was friends with, whatever. And then I remember watching you with what's his face? Jesus Christ, you've just said here before. Yeah, you guys would do your shows. I'm saying the late night Zed stuff. I remember you guys doing it and like. Yeah.
That's fucking Zook. He's an idiot.
Zook, yeah. Oh, with the Steelers players.
Naming the fucking horses Steelers players.
Yeah. What do you name him? Joey Porter Jr., right?
Yeah, Zucchina. The best horse ever, Zucchina. And yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, 2.5 he paid, and then he ended up at the end sold it for $28K. But there was a time where he could have got more than that. But that horse was that's a hard one to let go. But that helped him out, so it's good. I know a lot of people that have had life-changing or life-assisting sales that have been good for them. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see it pay off.
Yeah, I came in way too late for all that. By the time I was there, I was, jockeying for Bot Lady, barely making peanuts. She was giving me some free horses. She was really cool. But as far as making anything, I couldn't make shit on Zed. It was very short though.
It's all right though. I'm here now. We're here now. This is what I wanted.
When I saw photo finish, dude, I was like, I'm like, this is it. Because again, like you, I grew up in the track, man.
I told him about it a year ago. It's not a little bit longer than that, but it's all right though. You still come on, still come in, buddy. We can still have fun.
Well, now's the best time. Honestly, if you want to sales pitch somebody, when I was trying to sales pitch my buddies and my uncle and shit, a year plus ago, right? Horses were crazy expensive. There was so much unknown. But now it's you got these horses. They've been raced. You kind of got an idea of how these horses are retiring, showing stats. You look at the babies. We're getting a better idea. So it's not guaranteed, obviously. But, there's still a lot more to go on now. And the prices are a quarter of the price that they were back when I was starting to get into photo finish. So that's just my personal take on it.
I didn't mint the profile pictures, and I didn't know shit about the breeding. I just waited until January, I guess, right before the first beta, and we just played with the one horse. And then in beta 2, I got 8 seasons worth of breeding, and that was like the best. That was it. I was like, all right, let's go. This is everything I wanted. Let's go.
Yep.
So,
I came at end of beta 1. Horse was already tired that I bought. Couldn't do shit about it. And everybody was like, oh, just wait like a week. We're resetting and whatever. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, by the way, we're like calling races over on Twitch on my buddy's channel. And then that was pretty much the end of that.
listen, it's been fun. It's going to get better. We're not even there yet. Like, we haven't even started. Like I said, H7 horses are still on the track, the Gen Zeros. And at the end of this month, they come off, and then that's it. It's all bred horses from there. So there should be opportunity for people to get in at a decent price point.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, Gen Zeros are goat.
Yep.
They're later bozos. I like the cutting them off at age 8. I like that. It's just they just little memorabilia tokens for the ones that don't get bred with. It's like, all right, I had you. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how they handle that because they make their little jokes about me being my metaverse enthusiast. And I don't really want a metaverse, but man, like if I get some sort of showroom or some sort of virtual barn area that I can click on a tab at the top and have like a statue of Joker or something when he dies, like that would be sick. I'd probably pay like $10 or something for it,
Yeah, plaque or some shit. Yeah, like it mints you an NFT trophy of your fucking Gen Zero horse or whatever horse you had that died. Hopefully make it that long. That'd be dope.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be shocked if they didn't, to be honest, man. Like I said, there's just too much good about this game. There's way too much good.
Again, that's the the whole reason I'm here. I believed in the team. The team has results, so results are nice, and the connections and the things they've gone through and they've built already. It's just the communication is the fucking big one. It's just really hard. It's really hard to find a team, even like. It's just hard to have people communicate and not like lie about shit. Like that's the best part.
Yeah, because they got to listen to everybody, but listen to nobody at the same time, right? Like that's the hardest part for somebody. Right, but I'm saying that's the hardest part is like a CEO or anybody who runs a company. Like you have to know what's going on everywhere, so you have to listen to everybody and everything. But at the same time, you can't just listen to one little thing and harp on that and be like, "Ooh, I got to fix." Like you have to take it all and take it all into account. But I think Ian does a pretty damn good job of that. I just think some of the security issues that happened were so severe and they could have become so much worse.
Yeah.
That I'll cut them slack on the past couple weeks just based on that alone. But the schedule, man, they gotta do something. But outside of that, I'm pretty happy where it's at. So I'll continue to race my horses.
Yes. And on that note, that's it. Thursday.
Yeah, man, that was good. Good show.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and calling the races.
Oh, yeah, brother. Thanks for having me, man. Good conversation with Mike earlier, by the way.
Absolutely. Glad everyone enjoyed it. If you're new here, hit the follow button. If you're not, I'll see you next time. Mo, bon voyage.
Yes, sir.
Brush up on your French. Yeah, brush up on your French.
Je suis dominicain. Je m'appelle Monos. J'ai joué à video games avec moi.
You're gonna call Jose.
Yeah. I was almost close. I almost said something there. I'm pretty sure. But I appreciate you, man. Take it easy.
All right, we'll see you. Take it easy next week and on Thursday as well.